and a fall.
I've got this delicious dilemma. I've always loved my Doritos tortilla chips. I just love them. But now there's another Doritos I love too. Extra crispy Doritos. That same great Doritos taste, but different. So what makes extra crispy so extra crispy? Well, they start out thinner and then they're toasted to a crisp. So what's my delicious dilemma? Well, should I crunch or should I crisp?
Extra crispy Doritos tortilla chips. They're crisp.
Throughout the universe, fast food places serve the same thing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Dinner? Burger.
Oh. But not at Jack in the Box. We serve real dinners like tender ocean shrimp.
Lunch? Burger.
We have meal-sized salads, not just burgers.
Breakfast burger?
Jack in the Box has crescent breakfasts on a croissant. Serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and people come from all over. They're here.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Jack in the Box. There's no comparison.
In 1975, he became Hollywood's biggest star. And in 1978, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, he resurfaced. This summer, for the first time, the terror of Jaws will not stop at the edge of the screen. The all-new Jaws 3D, rated PG.
Now playing at theaters or drive-ins throughout the Bay Area. Who has the latest movies in town? Who has the biggest selection? Who has the best prices? The answer is Home Video with 9 Bay Area stores. And because we want you to be our movie customer, we're offering money-saving deals on brand-name video recorders and video disc players. So shop Home Video with the largest inventory of movies and money-saving deals on video equipment. Head for home now. San Francisco has 2 locations. Home Video in the East Bay in Hayward, Oakland, and Berkeley, on the peninsula in San Carlos, Woodside, and Palo Alto.
You play Monopoly? Then you know me. Well, now you can win 100,000 real dollars in the Pepsi-Cola Monopoly game. Go directly to bottles of Pepsi-Cola products marked gold. Collect caps that complete a Monopoly color group like
Boardwalk
and Park Place. And you can win up to $1,000.
I what?
And get a chance to win $100,000. Win real money in the Pepsi-Cola Monopoly game.
Discover crisp. Crisp as you've never known it.
New Crisp Fix is crispy times 2.
One side holds the crunch of corn, the other the crackle of rice.
New Crisp Fix is crispy times 2.
2 great grains, 2 crisp crunches for one wonderful taste. Crisp Fix cereal could only come from Kellogg's.
Only Crisp Fix is crispy times 2.
Friday on the Dukes of Hazzard.
We need all the help we can get.
A friend steals his retirement fund.
Oh, no, it's the sheriff.
And the boys have to sneak it back into the vault before the bank goes crazy.
Cousin, this is going to be a lot easier than we thought.
Or is it?
Look, you boys are in a mess of trouble.
The Dukes of Hazzard, followed by Dallas and Falcon Crest, Friday night.
51 of the most beautiful women in America, all hoping to be Miss USA. Join Bob Barker, Joan Van Ark, Larry Gatlin, and the Gatlin Brothers Band. Who'll win Thursday?
Take a fresh-baked chocolate chip cookie, some luscious vanilla ice cream, another cookie, and lots of pure chocolate chips. And you have Chipwich. It's at your grocery store. The original Chipwich ice cream sandwich. It's outrageous.
100 years ago, America started going out for steak.
Same old steak?
Yep, same old steak. Who had the rare? And that's about the way things stayed. Until Benihana. It's steak, all right, but like you've never had it before. Sizzling, juicy, hot off the hibachi grill. So for great steak, don't head for the Old West. Come to the Far East. Benihana, the Japanese steakhouse.
Here, hold my crush.
Looks good.
Yeah, real orangey. Just hold it.
When an orange crushes inside, your eyes get bigger, your mouth gets wider till those all-natural flavors are deep inside. Your crush is so irresistible, you can't keep a bottle full.
Hey, my crush.
I couldn't help myself.
Orange lovers have a crush on us.
And so do grape and strawberry lovers.
Aren't your kids?
America's kids. No toothpaste is doing more to help them fight cavities than Crest.
Aren't your kids?
For over a generation, Crest toothpaste have helped prevent more kids' cavities than all other toothpaste combined.
Aren't your kids?
So when it comes to fighting cavities, aren't your kids worth Crest?
Aren't your kids the best?
Hey, Dad, ever get a checkup like this?
Aren't your kids worth Crest?
Fresh ground cinnamon. It makes a delicious difference in my cinnamon rolls. I'm Mrs. Olson. You know, the right ingredients are so important in good cooking. That's why Folgers is good cooking. It has that just right, delicious ingredient, mountain-grown coffee. The richest kind. Delicious. Now that's mountain-grown coffee. Folgers is good cooking.
Hey, Charlie, you don't look so good.
My head hurts from too much sun.
Welcome back. Your dreams with your ticket out. Welcome back. Your ticket with your dreaming out. Welcome back. Gotta. Welcome back. Gotta. Baby, have you ever wondered whatever happened to me? I'm alive and on the air in Cincinnati. WKRP. WKRPP. WKRPP in your pants. It's time for WKRPP in your pants. We're back. Guys, it's Saturday. The live stream. The Saturday without Russ. Me and Russ are back. That's bi-weekly. We do a live stream, but on this Saturday night, it's just me and the gang hanging out with the chat. Hey, coming soon. Probably Sunday afternoon. Hanging out with the Junkman members only chat. This will be a little smaller group of people just hanging out for about an hour. Should be a lot of fun. But we are here. We got 43 people in the He's house. Yeah, we do. We got extra creepy. Somebody said they saw him being extra creepy yesterday, but I hope he's being extra creepy in here. We got Buddy Bud. Oh, Buddy Bud. Man, I love me some Buddy Bud. Buddy Bud hanging out with his Retro Steve. You think it's just Steve. It's not. It's Retro Steve. We got Matthew Tarpell. Yeah, Matthew Tarpell's hanging out. Alexander DeRosa. I like that name. He's got a crown by his name. We got an art collector even hanging out with us. That's right, he collects art. Maybe he collects guys named Art. I don't know. Maybe he's an Art Bell collector. Who knows about that? We've got Justin Reynolds hanging out. I wonder if he's any related to D. Reynolds or Dennis Reynolds. Who knows? Maybe even some Burt Reynolds. You never even know when it comes to this chat. Victor 4000, Andy all weekend. Sorry if I missed some of you guys. Russman, sorry I missed some of you, but there you go, right there. We're hanging out, we're chilling with the Hangout stream. We don't really have an agenda, we don't really have a topic. We just hang out, see where it's going to take us for about 2 hours or so. Maybe we'll get bored, maybe we'll only do an hour. Who knows? If you didn't see, I put up a video at 8 o'clock tonight. No, I didn't. I guess it was right at 8 o'clock. Man, maybe it went up at 8. I didn't really schedule it to go up at 8. But I didn't do a video yesterday, so I'm thinking I had to do a video today. I asked you guys to show me some toys you hadn't seen, and you did, and I did a video on it. We got a question here. Hey, John, super chats, make sure I see them, but I'll check them every now and then if I don't. Hey, Junkman, have you ever seen the one-episode cartoon from 2002 called Welcome to Ingleville? The whole episode is about Boba Fett figure. No. I might have to check that out. I might have checked that. I never even heard of that. Sorry I didn't do a live stream last night. I was busy. Went to see an icon, Hank Williams Jr. Some of you are like, oh? Well, anybody that watches football knows that. Hey, are you ready for some football? I don't watch football, but I know that song. I know that song right there. Great show. Ears are still ringing. Probably about, I got to tell you, I like just stand around. I got cheap tickets, so I can just stand around. I like to stand around and walk around and everything. Then my brother called, and he was like, what's up, man? I'm hanging out with Mike. Man, I talked about Mike across the street. My brother's been hanging out with him, and I ain't seen Mike in 35 years. And he's like, hey, we got an extra seat down here. The other person didn't show up. It was probably about 8 rows back or something, and he's like, come on down here. So I said, I'll be down in a minute. Watch the opening act. Mark Chestnut. All my exes. Oh, that's not him. Mark Chestnut. Going through the big D, don't mean Dallas. Yeah, there we go. Going through the big D, don't mean Dallas. So I watched him, then I hung out. I had this little section that was really kind of close to the stage. I could see good. I could stand up. I don't like to sit down. That's what me and my buddy Russ, we fuss about. Russ is like, I want to sit down at a concert. I'm like, I want to stand up. I like to be able to walk around, move around, don't have it all crowded in there. But so I found this nice little spot. Security was there. They didn't say nothing to me because I think I was by myself hanging out, and I looked like I was just waiting, I was watching, then pace around a little bit. And then a couple girls came down there, found my sweet spot. They started dancing with the beers and everything, and that's when security's like, y'all gotta go. There's supposed to be nobody down in this area. So they fucked it up for me because they want to come down there. Nothing against coming down there having a good time. If you're somewhere you shouldn't be, you gotta play cool. Just hang down there, don't bother nobody, and then they let you stay there. But they knew once these dancing girls got down there, then other people come down there and dance, and there'd be a whole dancing party down there. So that's why I went to sit with my brother. I said, I'm going to go sit down here. And then sat for about 10 minutes. My back started hurting. I was like, I can't sit in these stupid cheap seats. I got to stand up. But I stood. And then once Hank came out, everybody stood up anyway. So it really didn't matter, did it? But I tell you, if you go to a concert by yourself, it's outside, get long seats. Now I don't mind going to the concert by myself. Russ was going to go. I got to hook up on some free tickets. Couldn't get Russ one. I only had one left. Place sold out, so that's why. Yeah, Hank Jr. is still alive. What are you talking about? There's a Falcon. It was going to be in today's video. That's why I got it out. Then I forgot to do it. So, But it's a pretty cool Falcon. It's a pretty cool Falcon, if I do say so myself. Look at that. Look at that. I make a thumbnail. That's my thumbnail face. If you didn't know, that's my thumbnail face. Yeah. Now do another one. See? Thumbnail face. There you go. Right there. Well, I thought about doing a video where I talk about what kind of camera I got, what kind of mic I got, what kind of setup I got. I didn't know if anybody cared because I don't got no rich man outfit or setup or anything. So I didn't know if any people care. But let me know what you think about that. But there we go. Here's another thumbnail picture. You always gotta do the O face. There we go. Now that's a thumbnail for you. That's a thumbnail you can send your mama. But I was gonna pick it up tonight in the video. I don't know if you saw the video I did earlier. It was gonna be in there. It's a little dusty. It was gonna. I like you can throw it around. It doesn't really break or anything. I don't know what it is. It came out. It got a year on it. It's not that old. But you know how it is. Time goes by faster than you think. Lucasfilm. Still says Lucasfilm. Doesn't say Disney. So it's on there. I just can't get it good. I don't see a year. Maybe somebody in the chat knows. But it's cool. Meow. Meow. But there you go right there. Was somebody here? Somebody heard a rumor. Heard Hank Jr. sung this week. I had totally forgot about called Son of a Bitch. Oh, that's a 9. That's what they call a newer classic right there. Son of a bitch, I'm tired. I know that one. I know that one. I know a lot of you grew up on Ozzy. See, I grew up on Hank Jr. Hank Jr. is one of those artists, I can tell you, between 77 to about 93. I know every song on every album. So, and he's one of those artists, too, that he can sing a song and everybody knows, and it's not a single. There's a few artists like that. There's not many. Artists, you know, they got to come out and sing their top 10 hits. There's some artists can do an album cut from an album 40 years ago, and people scream, sing along with it. He's one of those. Junkman said, oh, Russ is hanging out with us tonight. Russ is hanging out saying, Junkman says, save your super chats for next week. No! Send them today! Send them today! Send them today, man. Oh, I was going to wear my Hank Jr. tour shirt I bought. It was hot as hell. It was all hard. I need to wash it. It was hard. I can't wear this hard shirt. It was 3X, which is okay because it's hot up here. I don't mind big. I know the football. Everybody knows that. You ready for some? Man, I'm getting ready for some feetball. Favorite Hank Jr. album? Oh, my God. Probably Old Habits. Probably Old Habits. I don't know. That's a hard one right there. Top of my head, Old Habits is probably, but what a week. What a week. Not only did I see Hank Jr., we lost Theo Huxtable. Theo Huxtable passed away. Drowned. Went out, I don't know, snorkeling or some shit. I don't think he was snorkeling. Waterboarding, I don't know what he was doing, but he drowned. Theo Huxtable, that dude that wore a shirt all screwed up that Lisa Huxtable made him. Man, it was crazy, man. And then we were like, man, Theo Huxtable? Theo? America's son in the 80s. He was America's son in the 80s. Hey, why didn't he blow up like a Michael J. Fox? Oh, we know why. We know why. He should have been... They should have done Back to the Future in the Hood. He could have been the star of it. Not gonna lie. Not a lie or a story. I went to school with Hank the Third for a year. That's pretty cool. He went by the name Sheldon. Yeah, it is his real name, Sheldon. Well, yeah, it is. So no one would know he was Hank Jr. I think that's his real name, Sheldon. I think he just stage name is Hank the Third. There you go. I originally found my dad's old Hank Jr. vinyl collection. That's cool. I got a bunch of Hank Jr. on vinyl too. Got a bunch of albums. I got a bunch of cassette tapes that I had as a kid. But yeah, that's pretty cool. But we lost Theo. Theo Huxtable. Theo Huxtable. Why he died, man? Why he died? Yeah, I think he was just a few years older than me. He ain't gonna see me out there on no surfboard or nothing, but hey, that's just me right there. Yeah, there we go. Both seasons. And then, you know, we're trying to take down Theo Huxtable's gone, and then all of a sudden Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne. Now again, you know, watch the channel. Y'all know I'm not an Ozzy guy. I can name Mama She's Come. Mama, I'm coming home on the midnight train. I know that song. I know there's a song called Crazy Train. I don't know the words to it or anything. I probably might have heard it. But I'm not an Ozzy guy. But I respect Ozzy. You know, he's that icon. He's that icon of that metal. You know, when you think metal singer, I'm talking about the hard shit. I'm not talking about a hair metal. I'm talking about the real metal. You know, the Kiss. Some people wouldn't even put Kiss in there probably. Iron Maiden, Alice Cooper, Color Me Bad. Did I say Iron Maiden? You know, all those. Maybe Megadeth, is that one that counts? You know, it gets a little bit iffy there for a while, but I mean, he is the one you think, you know, icon of that type of music. Most people's gonna go to Ozzy. He's like the poster child of that. So yeah, then we lost Ozzy Osbourne, which he just had his final concert, what, less than a month ago? That's kind of cool though. Let's be honest. It's kind of badass. Do your final show, come out there. And I heard when he did his final show, people were saying, oh, he'll be back. He'll be back. Give him a couple years. They'll roll him out there in a wheelchair, and they'll say, oh, final tour. But you got to have a good show. You got to have a good final show. Then pass away. You got to go out like a boss. So that's good. But yeah, bit a hit off a bat. Remember that? Remember that? Man, I remember kids at school talking about that. Hey. Hey, psst. Did you hear Ozzy Osbourne bit a head off a bat? And you're like, Donny Osmond. No. Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off a bat while he was taking a piss in the basement of the Alamo. You're like, what the freak? That is some bad, hardcore shit. Man. I don't think, somebody said Keith Richards scared, he's shaking his butt. I don't know if Keith Richards ever gonna die. Rolling Stone's still rolling. Still rolling. But yeah, he's an icon. So I have to, even as a musical genre or something I don't really listen to, get into, I have to respect somebody, you know, that is the icon of that. Hey, we got a super chat from B. Gibbs. Did you watch scrambled porn on TV in the 80s? Yeah, I watched that. I was like, man, let me see some nipples. Let me see some titties on scrambled porn. B, I did watch that. I had to. That's all we had. But back to Ozzy. Yeah, I hate to see it. And then the 90s kind of, you know, he did his 70s, 80s thing, and then he kind of got into that reality show. And I think that made him really popular for a whole new generation. A whole new different type of person fell in love with Ozzy and his family on that. I mean, the Osbourne TV show, if you don't get into reality shows, I never got into it. It was huge. People forget, that's probably the last, MTV show that was really huge like that. It was really huge. I mean, it was huger than Remote Control. That was on MTV. But it was huge. So it took a whole new, you know, he knew group of fan base right there that knew him more as the dad from that show. You had that, what was his son named? Jack Osbourne, and then there was that other one, Kelly. I'm surprised I know Kelly Osbourne, and then there was married Sarah Osbourne. Oh man, did I watch Triple X movies on VHS? Man, I watch them. I dubbed them and sold them to people. Leif Garrett's still alive. Somehow I didn't know that. I'm always, Oh, Ringo Starr, yeah, he's still out there. Not many people in that old rock and roll 50s era. Now the Beatles came a little bit toward the, you know, the new, that 50s greaser rock and roll, Elvis, Jerry Lewis, Fats Domino. I don't think anybody left in that era. Ebony Brothers, I don't know if you count them. They both dead. Both of the Ebony Brothers still. Rest in peace, Chuck Mangord. I don't know Chuck Mangord is, but anyway, Ozzy passed away. So took all that in. You know what I mean? Man, Ozzy, man, you trying to, man, there's a quote in Crystal Skull. I know a lot of you don't like Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. There's a quote in it. I don't remember a quote for either word for word, but it's something like, we reach that point in our life where life stops giving us stuff and starts taking stuff away. And man, does that hit when you're older. Because, yeah, you're young, you're in your 20s, you're falling in love, you probably get new opportunities at work, having kids, you know, all this goods coming in. There's some bad bits in there, but for the most part, lots coming in. And then you hit about 50, a little bit older. Next thing you know, your grandparents is gone. Your grandparents, what? My grandparents did what? They died? What the fuck? Why they want to do that for? So then your grandparents die, and you're like, that's just part of life. Next thing you know, your parents are lucky. My parents are both alive, but they get on up there. But I got a lot of friends. Parents passed away. And you're like, man, parents are gone. Kids, you still got them. Moving far away. Moving away. Got their own life. Not under your feet all the time. Sometimes you're like, oh, man, hey, they got up, man. I got the house to myself. You realize, shit, kind of quiet around here. But then your parents pass away. Like I said, you're like, Mom, why you want to do that? Why you want to do that to your kid? Why you want to make me an orphan? And, you know, your kids go away. Who knows? You might get a divorce. You might be married. Your wife might pass away as you get older. But, yeah. Then you start seeing all these icons you grew up with. Ozzy Osbourne. Theo Huxtable, man. I ain't gonna say his real name because I can't pronounce it. Malcolm, that's that right? Malcolm Majar Warner or something. But then, yeah, then you're like, oh man, so you get what I'm saying. So, hey, thank you for the $2, John Bailey. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, man. It means a lot. We can do live streams. We can't do live streams. We ain't making nothing off of them. And no Russ, so I get the money. Which reminds me, Russ, you still watching? I got paid for last month. We only did one live stream, and altogether it was like $4. So if you want $2, let me know. But we got over that. We got over Ozzy dying. Next thing we know, next thing I know, I'm looking on Twitter, man. I'm like, what is this Twitter stuff? And I'm looking around, what's going on, man? And then I see, oh man, there's the Hulkster. What's somebody saying about it? Anybody might be talking bad about the Hulkster? What? I saw he was dead. I saw he was Hulk Hogan Now again, Neil, thank you again, $2. Anyone want to play? Anyone want to party in me? Anyone want to party in me? Yeah, we all party in you, man. We're all party in you, Neil. But talk about another icon. To me, bigger than Ozzy. I know some of you gonna have a fit. Bigger than Ozzy. Bigger than Ozzy. I mean, there's only a few handful of people that get as big as Hulk Hogan got. Again, I didn't watch wrestling. I had a friend, Nicky. I call him Nicky. He's like, oh, my name's Nick now. Nick, love wrestling. Love wrestling. Had a lot of people I went to school with, loved it. Man, they were like, oh, just the Andre the Giant. It's like, I don't know who that is. Who is that? And they're like, it's Andre. I was like, Andre who? The Giant. I was like, I don't know who you're talking about. But, I mean, I knew him, Princess Bride. But there was no escaping Hulk Hogan, man. There was no escaping him. Even, look, I got yellow on today. Probably called a Hulk Hogan. But there's no escaping. I mean, like I said, like Ozzy is a poster child for that type of music. There's no right. I mean, you don't have to like Hulk Hogan. I'm like Hulk Hogan. He was a hack. It don't matter if you like him or not. It don't matter if you like him or not. He was the face. He's wrestling. You can't. There's no. If you did a documentary about wrestling, and you didn't mention Hulk Hogan. You're not documentary. You can't. He was like the first superstar. I know you had. Oh man, no. I'm here in Memphis, man. We had Jerry Lawler. No, I'm talking about the first mainstream worldwide. And there was a lot of them came up right under him at the same time. But Hulk Hogan, man, he had his own merchandise. I re-uploaded the video of all the merchandise he had, lots of it. Which I just found. I saw something with somebody was telling me he's got it down Florida where he's from. He had a restaurant and a restaurant and a store, and they had a bunch of old merchandise down there. That'd be kind of cool to check out, man. And like I said, I wasn't into wrestling. I didn't buy new Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was on the A-Team. That's all I needed to know. And I remember getting excited. Hulk Hogan on the A-Team? I'm checking that shit out. I am watching that. I think it was Thursday night. I will be there. And I wasn't even, like I said, wasn't even a wrestling fan. And to me, Hulk Hogan seems like a guy be cool to me. I never met him. He always, from what I've seen, he might have been an asshole. He always seemed like that kind of celebrity that if you talk to him, you got a chance with him, it'd be kind of cool to talk to. Kind of get cool to hear him call you brother, Oh, Peter! John says $1.49. Thank you, John. And a little rouge. Thank you there. And we got Peter of the Pumpkin Eater. Who's playing the new Donkey Kong. I didn't even know there was a new Donkey Kong. Oh, but yeah. Hulk Hogan, there's no top of the mountain. If you did a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers, got to be Hulk first and center. He's got to be. And like I said, you had the cartoon. Who didn't like the cartoon? I used to watch the cartoon. That's how I knew the wrestling. That was like, oh, well, Paul Bundy. I love Paul Bundy. One of the best wrestlers because I saw him on the cartoon. Yeah. Great, man. And just unlike No Holds Barred, crazy stupid movie. He played Thunderlips for God's sakes. Thunderlips, man. But yeah, so then we lost Hulk Hogan. Been a week. Been a week for some icons. I ain't gonna say Theo Huxtable was an icon, but in a way he was. He was the '80s. Bill Cosby was the TV dad of the 80s. I know we don't supposed to say that now, but he was. Theo was like the American son of the 80s, man. And it was the first time I can remember, too. You could really see some black family that I could kind of relate to, or kind of that wasn't like good times, living in the ghetto. And I was like, okay, because I had a friend named Leonard about the same time. Some guys heard me talk about him. Leonard, he was, middle class, and I think his dad was a sheriff, wasn't a doctor, but I guess wait, the Cosby Show, they were middle class. That dude was a doctor and married to a lawyer. Wasn't the mom on there a lawyer? I thought the Cosby Show was middle class all this time. That's upper scale rich, ain't it? But they were well to do. So it was kind of cool to see. Theo wasn't wearing a chicken hat talking about Dynamite. So it was kind of cool to see. So we lost three different types of icon. Theo's not an icon, but Theo. Hey, the bad thing about Theo, lost him so young, man. Lost him so young. At least the other ones, they got to kind of go out. Ozzy Osbourne, no real shock there. I heard some people say that Hulk Hogan was having some health issues. I never heard anything. I didn't keep up with it. I wasn't his biographer or anything. So I didn't know he was going out, so it kind of hit me as a surprise when I heard it. And I was like, man, Well, they're missing any meals, and they don't miss the rent. They don't, man. They don't. Cosby Show, they were upper, man. I didn't now I think about it. They was probably... If you want to be a lawyer and no one's a doctor... They did have 4 kids, though. That ate into a lot of that. And where they live, New York? So, yeah, I guess so. John's home was bigger than Hogan. Might have been bigger, but I bet it wasn't thicker. There we go. Let's go. I'm going to read comments on the latest video. Let's go over here real quick here. Give me just a second. See, this comes up when Bruce ain't here. We're going to do this real quick here. Haven't done this yet, so it might be interesting here. Let's go here. Window capture. John, thank you again for $4. It means a lot, brother. Means a lot. We're going to hop into comments. Got a new video up today. Let's see how it's doing. Shared content. Hold on a second. Why the hell? There's nothing copyrighted in this. Hold on just a second, guys. There's nothing copyrighted in... Oh, there is. There's that... Oh, man, that little... Very little music at the end. I'm going to mute that shit then. How about that? I'm going to mute that shit then. Dispute. That won't let me do that. Hold on, guys. Didn't expect to do this, but let me see something here. Language. Let me turn languages off. Nobody cares about hearing no Junkman in no other language. Delete. Oh, I got to delete each one of these. Sorry, if you want to hear Junkman in Haiti. It's hot. Just a second, guys. How many are there? Because they're not in the video. You think they would have a delete or stop all? What's this right here? It's a little question mark. I don't know. Ain't nobody doing. Why can't I cut out the edit? Why I got to do all this first? See how YouTube makes it such a bitch. Move! Move! How can I delete that last one if you don't move? Move! Ah, goddamn. See if I can. See if that'll let me now. Sharing. That's fucking crazy. Cannot believe just that little bit of music. That's fucking crazy. Still can't. Sorry guys, just give me a second. Disable called a multi-language auto track. I don't want no multi-language auto track. Okay, y'all can kind of see the behind the scenes here now. Oh. Didn't delete Dutch. Alright, let's see if we can get it now. Let's see if we can get it now. I ain't gonna share because of the last little section. Fuck. Oh well, I'll fool with it later. I'm not gonna share my little bit of money with them fuckers. See if I can edit it out this way. Sorry guys, this is boring. Come on, Wayne. I'm sorry. Jazz in my pants. What is that? Jizz in my Paris. What the fuck? That's what got me. I got to share my music because of that. I mean, I got to share my little bit of money because of that. That is fucking crazy. Oh, let's see what I can put there instead. Kind of muted. Oh, I'll worry about that to the live stream. That's fucking stupid. Let me refresh it, maybe. Come on, YouTube. Oh, okay, now I can. Play song, trim out, or remove the claim song by keeping the sound. We'll do that one. Okay, we're going to try that one. Yeah. Fucking crazy. Okay. Well, let's read the comments section and see what's going on. Let's see. I ain't read the comments on the new one, so let's see here. Completely out of context. Thought you did show some sort of girly small toy. I have no shame. I would sniff any strawberry shortcake toy. Ugh. Always a letdown. But that never held me back. Okay. Don't they know you're a toy god icon? And I try to tell them. You're a funny mother for lover. Jump, like Prince said, you wouldn't move. Junkman off his meds. Get the rhino tranquilizers out. You're an even bigger toy guru than that analog guy. Ugh. Junkman, first of all, get yourself a couple of drinks or a puff of the devil's lettuce. I asked you about capsule toys before. You said you didn't. Maybe next time show Capalessa. You gotta need those small smelling salts. Oh man, that was rough. He only had strawberry shortcake ones. You had a walking turtle. Junkman, so humble. I bet you never heard of the Beastie Boys. I don't know who that is, dude. Sorry, I don't keep up with it. Nice rake. I think you forgot about Mr. T and Chuck Norris. Both had cartoons, sir. I didn't forget about it. But I love your videos. Why do you think I forgot about it? I don't understand. User leaper, user mind. You had no retro blasting, anal toys, or pigs shell Dan. What? Sound like I wrote that shit. You heard them all, no matter what. Awesome. I'm guessing Junkman didn't take his blood pressure medicine. Uh-oh. You're a guru with the 70s, 80s, and 90s tournament. You need a vacation, though. Capital Entertainment, good sir. Best video this month. Uh-oh. The Ghost of Morton Downey Jr. possessed. Oh, I love watching Morton Downey Jr. Junkman, do you have any Kenner Star Wars on card? I bought Return of the Jedi Vader. I don't have many. They're over here. I've had to sell. I got like 2 or 3. I had to sell them over the years, sadly. Junkman, do you have any of the Kenner Star? I read that. You may have these, Junkman, but I own all of these. Oh, now that's Geek Strong. I know if you don't agree, Strong, he does that. He has a shitload of shit. I think I had that one, the Tubbies. Okay. Geek Strong. Again, go check out Geek Strong. When I was a kid, I read every Destroyer book. Okay, good for you. The point of the four-sided ruler was to hit kids. That's true. I can see that. You have the right to believe that analog toys is a... Whoa. I don't like that. I don't talk bad about somebody. Don't call somebody names on this channel. Is anal toys turning evidence? Ew. Kathleen Kennedy. Oh, that has nothing to do with Kathleen Kennedy. I hate when people... I do something no related to the new Star Wars movie. And they got Kathleen Kennedy. Here's the same guy again. How long before you mentioned Kathleen Kennedy? R2-D2. Pronounced R2-D2. And often referred to as R-Fart-D2. Well, he's not ever referred to as Fart-D2. Well, he didn't mention Kathleen Kennedy. Surprised. Okay, that was fun. I don't know if I lost some people. I don't know if it was fun for you, but it was fun for me. I don't know if it was fun for you, but it was fun for me. My throat hurts from doing that video. If you didn't see it, that video earlier. My ears are still ringing from last night. Where Russ go? Just popped in to say one thing and then left. I'm gonna go see Fantastic Four with my wife. Oh, probably so. He probably went to see Fantastic Four. I didn't see Fantastic 1, 2, or 3. Junkman. Hey, Junkman, you still got your 3PO, your bro conduit into? No, good Lord, no. I don't hardly. Well, the only toy I've showed them before. These are the only ones left over from my childhood. I ain't gonna show them again because I've talked about them before, but that's my childhood ones right there. No 3PO. No 3PO. And then in the 90s, I started buying them again. My brother, as a kid, we did have blue Snaggletooth, which I don't understand because we didn't have the Sears playset, but you could order the 3-pack from Sears, but we usually didn't get our stuff from Sears. I know, so I don't know how we had that. You forgot about the smelling salt. I didn't forget about the smelling salt. What the hell is a Caspelina? I don't know. I'm looking at that one. Don't give them none of the money I gave you. That's true. That's true. Don't be sharing. Don't be sharing. Don't be sharing. Don't be a Sharon Tate. Don't be a Sharon Tate. Do you collect VHSs? I did about a couple years ago. I started buying them again. Got some way back here. They're hard to see. But then I stopped. So I was like, I got room for all this crap. I know you got Greedo. That Greedo card is not real. Somebody sent it to me. Oh, Junkman, buying fake shit. Somebody sent it to me. And Han's been recarded. Somebody sent me that one too. So I guess the only one I got that's real is Leia, and I got a speeder bike, biker speeder. I had an Akbar on a Jedi card. I don't know what happened to that. Where'd it go? I haven't seen anything in a long time. Junkbot 2000. Need to bring him back. Rusty did the voice of that one, I think. Hey, Junkman, how are you today? I'm good. Christopher Sheen. What figures would you wish you could get back from your childhood? Good question. I don't know. Star Wars, I got them all again. I would like to have that General Lee Mego. That made that with the open at the top. You put them through the top of it. I love that thing. I would love to have that. And although they aren't figures, there's a couple of things I like from my childhood that I would like in my collection, which I have told myself at age 60, I'm gonna start getting rid of everything because I don't want it to be a burden for my kids. So there's a Pac-Man watch. Pac-Man watch that I had, the game watch. I had that as a kid. I would love to have that again. There was a gun. I talked about it in a video. It had a sound. You hook a silencer on it. It was awesome. It was awesome. I would like to just see that again, touch that again. Pac-Man watch is probably my biggest. I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool to have. One of my holy grails is, I never had it, was the Magnum P.I. Ferrari with the Magnum figure. That's one of my holy grails. And it was one, weird one too, another watch that had a moon and a sun on it. I love that watch. I love that watch. I forgot all about it until I was doing a video on watches and it came up. It was at daytime, it would have a picture of a sun on it, and at night it had a picture of a moon on it. I don't know why they thought you couldn't tell. Like, I don't know. Oh, I guess it is nighttime. I love that watch. I love that. I was really into, I remember getting the Wilson's catalog. Wilson's catalog, which later became Servants Merchandise. It was either that or Keys. Keys catalog. I don't know if Keys had one. Keys were a local thing. I don't think many people had Keys. I don't know, something bit me right though. But Wilson's catalog. I love to find a Wilson's catalog. I see Sears and J.C. Penney's, but I remember the Wilson catalog. Wilson's catalog. And I remember going to that digital watch section. Digital watch was the shit back then. Seeing that Pac-Man game watch. Seeing the moon watch. I love gadgets on my watch. Stopwatch. Timer. Alarm. Man, I used to love timing myself. Love that. And I love to find a Wilson's catalog from around 82, 83, 84, somewhere around there, man. Look, not just to look at the toys, but look at watches. Because I looked at the J.C. Penney's and Sears catalog, and the watches just don't hit me. I don't remember none of these. But I love that. You go to Service Merchandise, you find the catalog, go up there. They take forever to bring it to you, bring it out on a conveyor belt. Loved it. Well, Service Merchandise catalog would be cool too. That, and I just had another memory pop in my head. For my bicycle, I had a speedometer. Tell you how fast you're going. And I can remember the Echo Hill. We had a little, it was called Portland. I think the name of the street was Portland. But when you got to the bottom of Portland, it was a big hill. When you got to the bottom of the Portland, right before you started going back up toward the stop sign in the road, because of how the hill and I guess the woods, you could echo real good there. You yell something, hello, and you hear, hello, hello, hello. And you say, who that? And they say, who that, who that, who that? And then you say, who that say who that when I say who that? Who that, who that, who that? And it was cool, man. Who that say who that when I say who that? And it was cool. And we used to call that Echo Valley. So in turn, that means the hill at the top of the hill was Echo Hill. Makes sense, right? So if I hear me reference Echo Hill, that's why. So I remember getting up on Echo Hill with a speedometer and everything. Kept the miles, how many miles I've been and everything. And I was like, I'm going down Echo Hill. Went down it. 25, it got to something. It didn't get it too high. I was kind of, so I said, let me go back around. And it wore you out going up the hill. So you go all the way around the block and you have to go up a big hill. It'd take you about 30 minutes. You get up there. So I ran around. So let me go circle. Let me get some speed. Let me get some speed. Scary as shit too, because there was a manhole. There was a manhole. Well, not a manhole. You know what I'm saying. A manhole, not a manhole. There wasn't an anus down there. It was like a manhole cut right on the hill. You couldn't see it. You know, you're scared as shit. You're going to hit it. You try to avoid it. And April lived on that street. I don't know if y'all remember me telling you about April, but April lived right at the beginning of the at the hill. Now, April was a lesbian. I think we even knew that back then before you knew what a lesbian was. But she would beat you up. She would get you, she'll get me and Boyd, one of us, and twist an arm behind her back until we told her we liked her shoes. I still don't know. I don't know. Boyd, she didn't have us both, but one day she'd get Boyd, tell me you like my shoes. Still traumatized. But that's my only bully. I think I really, I've done videos about bullies. I don't think I've really had a bully. I mean, I got in a fight with Bo Bentley. Me and Bo Bentley got in a fight, but I wouldn't call him a bully. It's just because he failed a couple of grades and he was the oldest kid at school don't mean he was a bully. But man, that girl, she had a knife. She kept it on her hip and her belt. She didn't pull it out or nothing like that. But yeah, she twist her arm behind her back and Boyd would be like, no, let your kid go, let your kid go. Tell me you like my shoes, tell me you like my shoes. I like your shoes, I like your shoes, there's a grab on them, I want them. And then she lets it go and she butch you on the inside, I guess, and feel good about herself for the day, and not us go in the woods and cry to ourselves, I guess. And really, we never said nothing about it. Now that I think about it, I don't think we ever talked about it. Like she come out there, she twist her arms, we get called in her side of town, on her street. She come out there, we go back to what we're doing. She didn't say nothing. The only time we said something was we're going down that way. Man, April might be out there. April might be there. Let's cut around and go through the woods or something. Fucking April. I don't know what happened to her. I ain't seen her. I didn't. Anyway, I went down that Echo Hill, man, and I got that thing up to 45 miles. I don't know how accurate, and maybe it wasn't accurate. 45 miles an hour on that bike. I thought I was Evel Knievel, man. I was like, heck, I could never break it. Tried it with a spun arm. Never could break it. Never could. 45. I was like, heck yeah. My grandpa don't go 45. It was freaking awesome, man. And I was like, man, see April come bring her dog ass out now. I'm going right on past her. I ain't gonna if I could have, I would have flew down the hill 45 miles an hour and I would have been, I hate your shoes. And I would have kept going. But she probably would have threw it down and fucking stick at my spoke or something. So, But that was... Whew. April, man. I ain't talked to old boys in years. I wonder if he remembers April. Oh, I didn't ask my sister. My sister, being they're both girls, I wonder if she remembers April. I don't think I even told anybody in my family about that. If I did, it was years later. Not like I went home crying. I got beat up by a girl. You didn't tell nobody you got beat up by a girl. And she was older than us. I let me put that out there. I don't want to say, that we were probably 10 to 12, and she was probably 14 to 16. Okay, so I don't want you to think, oh, Junkman got beat up by a pigtail girl that was 6. No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that at all. But yeah, we used to go down that hill, man. Now, I don't know if you guys, anybody else go in the sewer pipe? We had a sewer pipe that went under the road. We had 2 of them. One went under the Echo Valley, which is kind of cool, man. It went in like this and it turned, so it looked really dark. We had a little small one you could see all the way through. This one went like this and it was dark as fuck. Yeah, it would turn, and you walk, take you about a minute to walk through it. And you could walk, it was really fun walking through them things, man. They go under the street. I always felt like Indiana Jones walking through those, man. Have a flashlight with me. Sometimes I have a stick, catch it on fire like I got a torch. Man. But the other one was by the house. And it felt like it was real long. It just went across the street, but it went at an angle. You couldn't see shit. It was dark. And man, I can remember we started a fire in there one time, and so much smoke came up through the manhole. Smoke came up through the drainage ditch and everything. The fire. We came out of that pipe. Me and Nick came out of that pipe. Looked at these fire trucks everywhere. We snuck the hell out of there. It was like, oh fuck. I got home. I was like, you did something about that fire in the creek, didn't you? I was like, not me, not sweet me, not sweet me. But we didn't start a fire. But man, it was cool walking through those tunnels. In fact, I remember me and my high school, me and my friend Red. We went in there, and I can remember he had a thing about spray painting the anarchy symbol and everything. And I would love to. I was like, you think that stuff still? It was concrete, so it was probably still be spray painted in there today, wouldn't it? But I ain't going in there, which is weird because it's the kid. I'd walk in there with no problem by myself. But as an adult, you think I'd be? I ain't going in there. Spiders and snakes and everything in there. Tell me I'll be a bum. I'm more scared to be a bum in there sleeping. Oh, the tunnels in my neighborhood. Flashlights, of course. Oh, somebody went there, so it wasn't just me that went through those. They wasn't like sewer. We had a creek. We had a creek that would run from across the street and down and behind my house and all that. And that's where it was drainage ditch, I guess. And there was a couple of them. There was always a lot of fun to go in. You could get, I can remember my brother would get in there and he'd stick his gun, the drain on the side of the road, whatever you call that, where Pennywise hangs out. He'd stick his BB gun out of it and wait till somebody walks down the street and pow, shoot him in the ankle. Back then you can have fun. Now they want to call the cops and shit. Rich guy pays a lot of money to have a girl twist their arms until they say they like her stiletto shoes. Yeah, that is probably how it all started, ain't it? Would you? We used to go down the drainage pipes in our neighborhood, but they were small, and we had to crawl. Ooh, crawl. We had a few that you could get down to the main pipe if you crawl. I wasn't about to do that. I wasn't about to crawl. I think Red crawled down a couple of times. I ain't getting stuck. That was my fear. It's so dark in that thing. It was scary as fuck, man. Fun. God, I can remember my house too. You go under the house, and in the back you go under the porch. And it was straight like something from Indiana Jones, man. It was dirt, and you had to crawl under it, but it was awesome, man. It was awesome. Junkie meets the Ninja Turtles. Oh man, I didn't see no Ninja Turtles when I was down there. Did see a water monster? I saw a big snake one time. My brother had this big old rubber snake that he had in his room, and it was right there by the pipe. Into the bushes. And I thought my brother said, he ain't fooling me. He can't fool me. And I saw it sitting there. And I was about to pick that motherfucker up. I was putting that tongue out. And I was like, shit. I thought for sure it was my brother's little rubber snake trying to play a damn jokeree on me. I was like, my brother playing a jokeree on me? He can't jokeree. He can't joke around with me. Glad I didn't pick it up. Might not be here talking to you today. Let's see here. Glory days. Yeah, I guess we're just reminiscing about I hear your glory days also. I've been thinking about writing a book about the glory days, but I was like, who cares about these stories? It's just me. thought it'd be fun though. But growing up, at first it was gonna be growing up Star Wars, all about Star Wars and stuff I did at school, Star Wars. But I was like, nah, make it easy because hey, our generation is going away. The younger generation's got to know Gen X was the best generation. We had the best. I know every generation says it. I know every generation. You like the new generation. What'd you grow up on? Oh, SpongeBob, which I ain't saying nothing bad about SpongeBob. But what'd you grow up? Beavis and Firm or whatever it's called. Oh, Hannah Montana. Man, we grew up with the crazy. We grew up with the good shit. We had H&R Puffin stuff. We had Land of the Lost. Speed Racer. I know it wasn't really, but you know what I'm saying. Speed Racer, man. Oh. We had a Rubik's Cube cartoon. Zelda cartoon. Everybody said, oh, make a Zelda movie. Make a Zelda movie. Hey, man, we had a Zelda cartoon. We had a Zelda cartoon. That's all we needed. People up north don't know what a water muskin is. What? How can they not know that? Are you drunk? What the hell? Where's Russ? I explain this every time. Russ is bi-weekly. Russ is bi. He's always like, there's a bag of hammers. I ain't got no hammers. I ain't got no nail. Who's texting on me? Oh my God. Oh, no. Hold on just a second. Okay, we got Johnny. Johnny's over here, the drunk man. Drunk man, I ain't drunk. I ain't drunk. I ain't never got no drunk. Just like reminiscing about the old days, man. Drunk on some dew. Drunk on some dew. Let's do this, guys. Speaking of being drunk on dew, let's do this. Then we'll reminisce more about the old days. I want to hear some of you guys' old days with you. Cause I'm surprised you guys like, yeah, we went in pipes too. I was like, what the fuck? I thought it was just. Okay. Man, apparently I was. No, some of you I did talk about when I used to get in the trash can. When I used to get in the big dumpster at school. People talk about, oh yeah, we used to play in the dumpster. Do you remember when your first junk kid was born? Do I remember when my first kid was born? That'd be a bad dad if I didn't remember when my daughter was born. Of course I do. At the hospital getting excited. I remember that. Junkman, tell us about the first time you saw Tracy Lords. I don't think I ever saw Tracy Lords unless she was in no, I wasn't Tracy Lords. Who was in Risky Business? I know Tracy Lords. I know who she is. She was in that Kevin Smith movie. I didn't know. Well, I might have seen her. I didn't know actresses. I always seen little odd people that knew porn actors' names and stuff. You know, it seemed like too in those videotapes of the '80s of the porn. It seemed like there was the same 5 or 6 people. There was a guy with a mustache. He looked like a guy named Keith. I used to know. There was a guy with curly hair. Looked the guy that collected toys. That collected stuff on Next Generation. You know what I'm talking about? He collected data and he collected a baseball card and stuff like that. A couple of girls, they all looked alike. There was a black guy that had a big mustache. I was saying, and then it was always seemed like it was the same 4 or 5 people. But I never knew anybody's name. That was all I knew. I had some friends like that. It was like they knew porn names, man. I don't know names. Marilyn Chambers was about the only one I knew by name, man. Marilyn Chambers. But I can still remember the first time about my dad's porn. I remember the first time I was, man, that burnt in my head. Videotape. China cabinet, dining room, at the very top up there. We think nobody would see it. Hey, you don't know me. I snoop through the house like a motherfucker. You ain't hiding shit from me. I don't care what room it was in. I can remember seeing the tape up there. Blank tape. No name on it, nothing. It was a copy. Later comes to find out his cousin had a satellite dish. You remember those satellite dishes? It was like a big satellite dish. You could pick everything. Apparently they had some porn channels. And that was like real porn, not like Cinemax. And I guess he made movies to put them on there for my dad. I found that tape. And I was like, I can't watch it. Can't watch it. I gotta wait till I'm out of school. I gotta wait till one day I'm not at school and everybody's at work. Everybody's gone. My brother, my sister's at school. I know they're not coming home. Mom and dad's at work. Chances of them coming home is remote. So, I waited. Didn't play sick. Waited. So I wasn't feeling too good. Wasn't sick enough, just not feeling too good. My tummy hurts. My tummy hurts. My tummy hurts. Don't be too sick like Ferris Bueller. They don't want to have a hospital, a doctor's office. So she's like, oh, you stay home if you're too sick to go to school. So I lay in the bed. I hear my brother leave for school. Hear my sister leave for school. My dad was always left like 5 o'clock, way early, so he was gone. Lay there, heard my mom leave. Got up, had a bowl of Count Chocula or something. Watched little cartoons, probably Price is Right. Made the day of it. Then it got to me. That tape is sitting in there in that room. That tape is in that china cabinet at the top, hiding. I know where that tape is. Later, he moved it, put it under the dresser in his bedroom. There was about this much space between the floor and his dresser. You can slide your hand in there and get that tape out. Told you ain't hide nothing from me. But anyway, a china cabinet. So I got a chair. I had to stand in the chair to reach it. Got it. Then I noticed it wasn't at the very beginning of the tape. It's about not halfway yet. So I had to take it to the VCR. I had to push that little button to sit there, all the numbers back to 0. That way you ran it back and it put it back where you left it, or very close to it. And one of the same scene. Now that I think about it, I don't know when my dad watched this though, because we were always home. Maybe we wasn't always home when he watched it. I don't know. I don't even want to think about that. But I can remember popping it in. It wasn't Debbie Does Dallas, but there was a preview for Debbie Does Dallas. And that's the first time. I've seen magazines before, but I ain't never seen nothing like that. I was like, you can put your penis where? What? Blew my mind. Let's just say I wasn't watching cartoons too much after that. But I don't remember what I like them. I miss the little porn movies. I mean, it has a story, a stupid story. I remember one was like where there's smoke, there's fire. I think that was the name of it or something. It was something stupid like that. Had a guy that looked like a gay guy, but apparently he wasn't gay because he was getting a lot of pussy. I was 11. Now everything is available. It takes you find porn. I've talked about before, porn in the woods magazines. Now you're like, I want to see the porn. No titties. Oh, what else you got for me? Oh, Debbie Does Dallas. That was a classic, man. You got to make sure you won't rewind the tape to the exact second that was left when you found. You had to. I watched it. I ran that tape back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Put it right back where it was. Put it back on that china cabinet. Put the slide back. But I think if I knew somebody, I was watching. My brother, my sister, he knew somehow. I guess he knew somebody watched it. I probably got sloppy over time. That's when he moved it to his bedroom under the dresser drawer. He had 2 down there. And every once in a while he'd go see my uncle. And I knew he's gonna get a copy. We're gonna get some new. We're gonna get a new one. We're gonna get a new movie to watch. So you come back and I was like, oh fuck, leave the house. I gotta go check the tape. And I think I did get sloppy because I remember I take those tapes later, hook up with 2 VCRs in my room, make copies, and start selling them at school. And I probably got sloppy then. Wasn't rewinding it, wasn't taking it back and forth and everything. I think it got sloppy. Never said nothing to me. It's probably awkward, I don't know if I say nothing to my son. If I found my son's phone, I was looking through it, I was like a bunch of damn boobies. I'd be too embarrassed. I probably wouldn't say nothing. That was long as it was legal. But yeah, I used to copy those movies, then sell them at school to minors. I was a miner too, so okay. I didn't work in a mine or nothing. I wasn't like shoveling or nothing, but now that I think about it as I get older, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I was selling to 8th graders was coming up, man. I heard you got her. I was. Everybody knew where I was. You know how that guy at Fast Times at Ridgemont High was the guy that sold movie concert tickets? That was me for porn tapes, man. I made a lot of them, and I knew. I said, I'm not going to do I could just copy the whole 6-hour tape. No. 1 movie per tape. Get more money that way. Leave them wanting more. You don't want to give them a 6-hour tape. They're gonna get raw. They ain't gonna want us. That's gonna last them a while. Especially he talking, 13, 15-year-olds. They're not going to get through a 6-hour tape. They're going to get through about 10 minutes. So then they're going to watch the next 10 minutes. So you got to space it out. So I do, you know. Well, I actually thought about this. So maybe I'll just do the action scenes. Maybe I'll sell it that way. Here's all the split shots. Here's all the keep the family the best I can. But now I used to make those tapes and sell them, and then somebody comes, here you got tapes. So it was hard to find. But anyway, y'all done got me on a rant about that. We were going to do something else. What's up with porn magazines stashing the woods? I don't know. They did like to hide them in the woods, though. I don't know who was. I don't know anybody that missed to hide them in the woods. Oh, blisters on a stick. Raw dog. Okay. Let's do this real quick. Let's see which one was. I'm going to go through this list and see which one. TV show bracket of the 80s. My go-to. Now, here's 2 shows I didn't really watch. Knight Rider, I think it came on when Magnum or something was on. Maybe Simon and Simon, who knows. So I didn't watch it. G.I. Joe I never got into because I thought it was a serious cartoon. I was like, I want to laugh and joke around. Few serious cartoons I got into. He-Man never really took himself too serious like I felt G.I. Joe did. So He-Man got a pass, and then I got a little older and watched Dungeons and Dragons. But so I can't. It's really hard for me to pick one of these 2 because, like I said, I didn't. But I'm going to go with Knight Rider because although I didn't watch it, I would have watched it over the 2. So, okay, then we got Who's the Boss? Alyssa Milano. Who needs porn tapes when you got Alyssa Milano? Not talking about them. I am talking about them. I'm not talking about watching her now. Remember that workout tape she did back in the 80s? Whoa, God. That was better than any porn I found in my dad's house. Ugh, that was better than any porn, man. But that was my first crush, Alyssa Milano. My first TV crush. Sure, I like Justine Bateman. I thought she was great. I married got TV guys. I'm taking the TV guy to my room. No, you're not going to see this TV guy again. And Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia slave outfit, of course. But me and Sam from Who's the Boss, same age. I think we're the same age. Or very close to it. So it was oh man. Look, some of you she might be nutty as a fruitcake now, but man, I don't care. It's always got a place. But right there. Transformers cartoon I never watched because I thought it was serious. I was like, I don't see no chickmunks singing and dancing. So believe it or not, I'm gonna have to. You're not gonna like it. I'm gonna go with Who's the Boss. I didn't watch it for the quality of the show. Like I said, well, where did the damn thing go? Why do we got Who's the Boss again? Turbo Teen. I can't believe we got Turbo Teen. I did a video of Forgotten Cartoons of Turbo Teen. Which this week I did a Forgotten video. You guys didn't care. Nobody, that thing tanked. I guess y'all don't care about it. MC Hammer cartoon. Maybe I strayed too much into the 90s for my core audience. But that's horrible. So I guess I'll go with why we got Who's the Boss on here twice. Back to Knight Rider again. Yeah, Mammal. Mammal sucked. I go to Knight Rider again. Why has it got the same shows on here? How are these 2? I guess I watch Who's the Boss. This ain't no fun. Sorry, I thought this was going to be more fun. What? It's asking me the same things over and over again. This is stupid. Get the fuck out. Let's try something else. That was stupid. How about songs? I don't even know what song it is. It's like an album. Don't like a song. Let's get out of here. Sorry, guys. I don't like to look ahead. I do movies too much. Let's see. 80s. Okay. As you know, I don't know 80s. I don't know what Cutting Crew is. So stay away from music. Slasher films. Album. Sequels. Action movies. Let's do action movies. Okay, here we go. I can do this. I've seen one of these. Hopefully I've seen some of these. Total Recall or Commando, which has a Milano in it. Commando was fun. Total Recall is awesome. Still holds up today. I love me some Total Recall. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'm going Total Recall right there. No chance. Rambo First Blood. Beverly Hills Cop. That's such a different movie, man. I gotta go First Blood. If it was Rambo 2, maybe not. First Blood. Fucking love. Still, again, it holds up today. Haven't seen Beverly Hills Cops in years. I'm sure it's still good, but no. First Blood. Gotta go First Blood. Big Trouble in Little China or The Running Man? I like The Running Man. Big Trouble in Little China, though. Big Trouble in Little China. I want to see Little Trouble in Big China. That one, I even watched that one. I got that shirt at Junkman. I even watched this one with my son. Got him into it. I got to go with Big Trouble in Little China. No question. Predator or Raiders of the Lost Ark? Raiders. Indiana Jones is right there with me with Star Wars. Star Wars edges out because of the toys, but for my love as an 80s kid, it was Indiana Jones and Star Wars. And I played the hell out. I had some Indiana Jones toys, but man, I go in the woods with my hat. Man, it's got to be Raiders. I might even argue it's a better movie than Star Wars. I don't know. Total Recall versus Rambo. Fuck, now it's getting hard. Now, like the kid said that used to buy the porn tapes from me, now it's getting hard. Total Recall or First Blood? I'm going to have to go with First Blood. It's a great movie. Great movie. Even as a kid, I loved it. Got a knife. Talked about it last time. Got a knife like he did. Very good. Big Trouble in Little China. Raiders. Sorry, Big Trouble. Don't even have to think about it. It's going to be Raiders. Raiders or First Blood? Raiders. Raiders might take it all as a Star Wars on this list. Okay, here we go. Terminator versus Top Gun. It's controversial because my sister loved Top Gun. She's like, Junk Kid, you got to go see Top Gun. You got to go. You got to go see Top Gun. I went to see Top Gun. I was like, this is horror. I didn't like it at all. Didn't like it at all. Found it boring. Bunch of planes flying around. I didn't like it. Maybe I need to watch it again as an adult. Maybe I appreciate it more. Maybe I was too young. But Terminator? You remember, this is what I liked about Terminator. I didn't see it at the movies. or anything, but Terminator was one of those movies that would just be on. It would just be on Cinemax or HBO or something, and you would watch it. It's not one of those movies, it took me years to see it from the beginning to the end, sit down. It would just come on. You had to watch it. Like Running Man. The other movie. Oh, shit, I can't remember what I got the name of it. Give me a second, guys. Oh, Running Man. What was the fucking name of that movie? I forgot. What's the name of that Tom Selleck movie? With Gene Simmons. Runaway. That's the name of it. Runaway? Let me know in the chat. Was it Runaway? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that. I talk about it all the time. I love that movie. It sounds odd, Runaway. It don't sound like that should be the name of it. Tom Selleck, Gene Simmons movie. Tom Selleck and Gene Simmons movie. Runaway. Yeah, I don't know. I question myself, but Runaway. Seems odd. Seems like I got a name for it. But I gotta go Terminator all day. RoboCop versus Die Hard. Good thing Russ ain't here. He might slap me like a bitch. Die Hard, saw it, liked it, never really watched it more than 2 times. RoboCop, watched it all the time. Starlight Magazine would tell me there was an X-rated version. I was like, I can't wait to get that. Had to wait till DVD came out to see his hand get blown off. RoboCop all day. Aliens versus oh fuck, now that's a hard one. Cause as a kid, although Aliens I never really got. I liked Aliens, but Lethal Weapon was like if I had to choose back in the 80s, if one was on TV, Lethal Weapon I would have watched. I didn't like the rest of them. I wish they'd do a Lethal Weapon. Get Mel Gibson back. Danny Glover still alive. But now, as an adult, I know Aliens, I would say, was a better movie. But this is where it comes in. Am I judging this on my standards today or my standards back then? This is a hard one. Liked Aliens. Just didn't see it on as much. Lethal Weapon, again, was always on HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, movie, something. Seemed like it was always on TV, so it was always there as a go-to. Aliens. Every once in a while, I'll catch it. So, I'm going to go with Lethal Weapon. I know it's controversial. Roadhouse or Highlander. My brother loves some Highlander. I never really got into it. Didn't hate it. Never really got it like he did. Roadhouse is awful. Stupid. Right foot. Got it. But I have to go to Roadhouse. It's so stupid it's good. Oh, Terminator versus RoboCop. Now they're getting serious with this shit. They're getting serious with it. They are getting serious with this. They ain't playing, man. They're not playing. Look at this. Top of my head, I have to go Terminator. Just a perfect film. Perfect film. RoboCop's pretty damn good. Terminator, those. Come on. Lethal Weapon, Roadhouse. No, I have to go Lethal Weapon. So here we go. The top daddy. Terminator, Lethal Weapon. Again, Terminator, no question about it. And here we go. The last one. Who's going to make the last bracket? Raiders of the Lost Ark, Terminator. I would say both of these are at the higher perfect film as you can get. I can't think of anything Terminator that they could do to make it any better. I can't think of anything for Raiders of the Lost Ark to do to make it any better. But I'm out in here, I got to think about it. I'm not going to think about it. It's Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's Raiders of the Lost Ark. I've got to go, man. I know I don't want to download it, but we'll look at it. There you go, right there. I'll screenshot in case I make a video clip of it. Well, no, because it gives it away, but we'll do that anyway. I don't like when I do clip videos. But there we go. Right there. Let's head back over to the chat, see if y'all are agreeing or getting upset with me. Saying, Junkman, what's wrong with you, Junkman? What is wrong with you? Die Hard. Not a Christmas movie. Highlander. Highlander's good. Just never really got into it. You know, some movies you like, it just don't pull you in like some. You know, RoboCop, Terminator, Kelly Lynch booty, Terminator, Lethal Weapon, Roadhouse, Lethal Weapon, Terminator, Indiana Jones, Raiders, Terminator, both. You can't pick both. Terminator, Raiders. Okay, I guess. Love you, Junkman. Love you too, Gary B. The Mad Scientist, 40K. How many people here collect GBT? I don't know what that is. Feel like I'm rating Raiders low. Raiders. Now, I will say this. Again, maybe controversial. Let me see my. Right, don't get me wrong. I love Raiders. It's the best Indiana Jones movie of them all. But as a kid, if you ask me as a kid, Temple of Doom. I don't know why Temple of Doom gets shit on so much. It's better than Last Crusade. It's different. Last Crusade just wanted to be Raiders. Oh, let's bring back the Nazis again, like we hadn't seen that. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Last Crusade. I love it. If I ranked them all, it's just a little bit under Temple of Doom. But I don't know why Temple of Doom gets a bad rap. And when you think Indiana Jones, when everybody quotes Indiana Jones or talks about Saint, they're the most iconic quotes. Yeah, there's some good ones in Raiders. There's some good ones in Last Crusade. But let's be honest, when people think Indiana Jones, they talk about Fortune and Glory. Temple of Doom. All right. No more parachutes. Temple of Doom. You call him Dr. Jones, doll. Temple of Doom. We're not sinking. We're drowning. Okay, nobody quotes that. Nobody says that. And we think Indiana Jones, you think, sleeve missing, sword, Temple of Doom. The bridge scene, Temple of Doom. God, I know a guy, I wish he was here. Joe, where you at? He swears Temple of Doom isn't a good movie, but then again, he said Madam Web's good, so. Temple, as a kid though, okay, I saw Raiders. Went to the movies, saw Raiders, fell in love with Indiana Jones, got the little boot that came with a record, they read along to you, I had my Kenner figures. Don't get me wrong, loved Indiana Jones. I saw Temple of Doom, it was like a religious moment. It was like religion to me. I was like, I thought nothing could get up there with Star Wars. Star Wars was here, Indiana Jones was here, everything else was over here. But when Temple of Doom came out, it got very close to Star Wars for my love. They're interlocked. Had a Temple of Doom lunchbox. Hell, I still got it right there. Temple of Doom lunchbox. I had the VHS tape, still got it back there. Raiders of the Lost Ark on VHS. At the beginning of it is a teaser for Temple of Doom. Doesn't show one scene from the movie, but I'll watch that teaser over and over and over again because I love Temple of Doom. Now, as a movie guy, as a guy talking movies, I know without a doubt Raiders of the Lost Ark is a better movie, better directed, better written, better anything than Temple of Doom. But as a kid, Temple of Doom was the shit. And I love Raiders. I did the first movie I ever owned on VHS tape. They were like, it's $40. Like, what? Crazy. I asked my grandma. She usually had a $50 limit for Christmas. I was like, I want Raiders. She's like, you sure that's all you're going to get? Maybe $40 plus tax. I don't care. I want Raiders. And back then, 1980, Christmas of 83, people didn't buy movies. And that wasn't really a thing. But I said, I've got to. My brother was like, just record it off HBO or something. I was like, no. So I got Raiders. And I loved it. Watched it all the time. Head, one of the best innings. Face melts, head shrinks, blows up, whatever. But Temple of Doom, man, just changed everything. I was like, okay, I love Raiders. Indiana. Am I wrong? Again, I know that Raiders is a better movie. I'm not saying it's not. And let's talk about Willie Scott. People who don't like Willie. The same people that tell me they don't like Willie Scott because he screams too much, they will also tell me they love The Fifth Element. That has Chris Tucker screaming a lot damn more and a lot more damn annoying than Willie. Don't make any sense. Well, here's the thing. They didn't make Willie a copy of Marion. How many sequels did we see? Probably still today, but how many sequels did we see back then? They take the first movie, what was successful, redo it, bring it back in the sequel. Get Marion, we'll get American Clone. Do any of it, we got it. That's why I don't like when they brought the Nazis back in Last Crusade. Although I loved Last Crusade, I needed more than Nazis. It was time to move on from Nazis. We saw that in Raiders. But yeah, Police Academy 1, Police Academy 2, there ain't much difference. But they said, let's not just do Marion Clone, let's do completely opposite of Marion. And Willie Scott is a spoiled singer. She's supposed to be like that. She screams a lot. Yes, she's annoying. But that's the character. You don't want a Marion hanging out with him. So I like Willie Scott. She gets too much shit. Sorry, she gets too much shit. And yeah, there's some dumb moments in Temple of Doom. Jumps out of a plane. But see, something about their dumb moments. They made it seem like it was possible. I know you ain't jump out of an airplane on a raft, pulling a man's heart out. My brother didn't like that he turned evil when he drinks some blood out of his skull. But as a kid, I didn't. That bridge scene. We have a place, North Georgia, Tennessee line. Some of you may know it. It's called Lookout Mountain. You go there, it's kind of like a little, I don't know if you call it an amusement park, I don't think there's any rides. But they have a rope bridge. When I went up there, my grandma took us up there. I saw that rope bridge, man. I was scared as shit, but I got there. I was acting like Indiana Jones. The other people there probably like, what's this kid doing? He's like 12, got an Indiana Jones hat, a Hawaiian shirt. running up and down that bridge like he's Indiana Jones. Well, it was terrifying, but I felt like Indiana Jones. It was awesome. But I don't get why Temple of Doom gets such bad shit. It's fucking Temple of Doom. Everything about that movie is good. Again, I know Raiders is a better movie. Harrison Ford's great in it. Short Round. Usually the kids come in, they ruin shit. Short Round didn't ruin it. Short Round made it good. Made me I want to be Short Round. He's awesome. Got to hang out with Indiana Jones. Motorrom. Sure, he's not a good villain. I mean, he's not as good as Renee Belloc, but he was a pretty good villain. He don't come into the movie about halfway over, but he's a good villain. Good action scenes, the mine car chase. I used to have that on Nintendo. Remember, I had a Temple of Doom Nintendo game. Sucked, but I love playing it. Oh my god, I would play that Nintendo game for hours. I tried to play it not too long ago, about a year ago. I played it about 5 minutes, and it was stupid. But I love that game. But yeah, I don't understand why Temple of Doom gets so much hate. Now, it's mostly liked. I get that. But people always put it, if you rank the three, they usually put Temple of Doom last. I just don't get it. Or people say, oh man, they really let us down with Temple of Doom. I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, let's see what the chat is saying. I had the special order Batman 89 for $50. I got Batman 89 at Premier Flicks. Walked there after school to get it. It's only $20. I don't know where you got yours at. I got mine for $20. Because I remember I got $20 a week. My mom would give me $20 for lunch all week. And I take my $20 to buy Batman. Kid Capshaw was sexy, but the character screeched too much. That was her job. Sorry. You get a fancy lady like that, she sees bugs in her hair, she's going to scream. Smash the like button. You're right about that cornflake, baby. War of the World with Tom Cruise. War Screams. I never saw that. Damn, I'm late. And yeah, you hear. That's all that matters. That's T.S. Hawkeye guy, the MASH superhero. Hang on, ladies. We're going for a ride. Another great quote. The Last Crusade was unique because of Sean Connery. I do like Sean Connery. I do love Last Crusade. People always say, I like Temple of Doom, but you don't like Last Crusade. I was like, yes, I do like it. Love it. But maybe it's also because I was a lot older when I saw Last Crusade. You know, I was like 10 to 13 when I saw Raiders, and Temple of Doom was right there in that mind frame. You know, right there. That 13 is the best time to see these movies. I saw Last Crusade, I was like 18. I liked it. I love Last Crusade. But I didn't go home and play Last Crusade. I didn't go home and act like, you know, hey, Dad, dress up like Sean Connery for me. So I see Last Crusade is always a little different because I don't have that connection to it, but I do love it. Out of those three, I don't like Crystal Skull. I know it gets a lot of shit. I don't like the last half of it, or the last adventure part of it. I do like Crystal Skull. In fact, I have fond memories of it because my son loved it, and that's how he got introduced to Indiana Jones, and he watched it over and over and over again, and I watched it along with him, and now I have a special connection because he loves Indiana Jones. He loves the other movies, although he knows now he don't like Crystal Skull as much as he did. He loves Crystal Skull just because I had that memory there. And I like the new one, the Dial of Destiny. I liked it. It felt a little long. You know, seemed a little odd. I like Indiana Jones in the 30s. So it seemed a little weird, but I liked it. It was a good movie. Let's see here. I got a copy of Batman 89 from Turtles. Turtles! I used to go to Turtles to buy some used ones. The day it came. Junkman would have stroked out if Magnum P.I. would have been Indiana Jones. Maybe. I don't think he would have been Indy, though. Then I would have never got Magnum. I love Magnum. Man, when did you see the sunrise? Pow! Shot that guy. Shot an unarmed guy. Magnum, the hero of the show, spoiler alert, shot an unarmed guy right in the face. Network television in the 80s. Shot a man. Unarmed. Dial sucked. No, it didn't suck. You just went into it probably wanting more than you got, so you're going to say it sucked. Indiana Jones wasn't a loser. Well, I don't know why. I think you saw a totally different movie. Yeah. He was just a guy that I think he retired. Just because you retired don't make you a loser. Oh, he retired. He's a loser. No, he's not. I saw Last Crusade in theaters. I did too. I saw them all in theaters. Hello, fellow Gen Xers. Hello, cornflake, baby. Let's see if anybody else is... Okay, nobody's giving me shit. The short round was a big reason why Temple Doom is great, and I give you that one. No more Palio! That's nice. You know, man, I'll talk about that in a minute. Lookout Mountain for Transformers Zeta made a movie. I don't know about that. So did I, Junkman. The arcade game. I love playing Temple Doom arcade game too. Oh, that's because we weren't in pussies in the 80s. Oh, we could see blood. Now I gotta rest my voice. Guys, I'll be right back. We're gonna take a break. Go freshen up, come back so I can scream some more.
I've got this delicious dilemma. I've always loved my Doritos tortilla chips. I just love them. But now there's another Doritos I love too. Extra crispy Doritos. That same great Doritos taste, but different. So what makes extra crispy so extra crispy? Well, they start out thinner and then they're toasted to a crisp. So what's my delicious dilemma? Well, should I crunch or should I crisp?
Extra crispy Doritos tortilla chips. They're crisp.
Throughout the universe, fast food places serve the same thing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Dinner? Burger.
Oh. But not at Jack in the Box. We serve real dinners like tender ocean shrimp.
Lunch? Burger.
We have meal-sized salads, not just burgers.
Breakfast? Burger?
Jack in the Box has crescent breakfasts on a croissant. Serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and people come from all over. They're here.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Jack in the Box. There's no comparison.
In 1975, he became Hollywood's biggest star. And in 1978, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, he resurfaced. This summer, for the first time, the terror of Jaws will not stop at the edge of the screen. The all-new Jaws 3D, rated PG.
Now playing at theaters or drive-ins throughout the Bay Area. Who has the latest movies in town? Who has the biggest selection? Who has the best prices? The answer is Home Video with 9 Bay Area stores. And because we want you to be our movie customer, we're offering money-saving deals on brand-name video recorders and video disc players. So shop Home Video with the largest inventory of movies and money-saving deals on video equipment. Head for home now. San Francisco has 2 locations. Home Video in the East Bay in Hayward, Oakland, and Berkeley, on the peninsula in San Carlos, Woodside, and Palo Alto.
You play Monopoly? Then you know me. Well, now you can win 100,000 real dollars in the Pepsi-Cola Monopoly game. Go directly to bottles of Pepsi-Cola products marked Go. Collect caps that complete a Monopoly color group like...
Boardwalk.
And Park Place. And you can win up to $1,000.
I won!
And get a chance to win $100,000. Win real money in the Pepsi-Cola Monopoly game.
Discover crisp. Crisp as you've never known it.
New Crispix is crispy times 2.
One side holds the crunch of corn, the other the crackle of rice.
New Crispix is crispy times 2.
2 great grains, 2 crisp crunches for one wonderful taste. Crispix cereal could only come from Kellogg's.
Only Crispix is crispy times 2.
Friday on the Dukes of Hazzard.
We need all the help we can get.
A friend steals his retirement fund.
Oh, no, it's the sheriff.
And the boys have to sneak it back into the vault before the bank goes crazy.
Cousin, this is going to be a lot easier than we thought.
Or is it?
Look, you boys are in a mess of trouble.
The Dukes of Hazzard, followed by Dallas and Falcon Crest, Friday night.
51 of the most beautiful women in America, all hoping to be Miss USA. Join Bob Barker, Joan Van Ark, Larry Gatlin, and the Gatlin Brothers Band. Who'll win Thursday?
Take a fresh-baked chocolate chip cookie, some luscious vanilla ice cream, another cookie, and lots of pure chocolate chips. And you have Chipwich. It's at your grocery store. The original Chipwich ice cream sandwich. It's outrageous.
100 years ago, America started going out for steak.
Same old steak? Yep, same old steak.
Who had the rare? And that's about the way things stayed. Until Benihana. It's steak, all right, but like you've never had it before. Sizzling, juicy, hot off the hibachi grill. So for great steak, don't head for the Old West. Come to the Far East. Benihana, the Japanese steakhouse.
Here, hold my crush.
Looks good.
Yeah, real orangey. Just hold it.
When an orange crushes inside, your eyes get bigger, your mouth gets wider till those all-natural flavors are deep inside. Your crush is so irresistible, you can't keep a bottle full.
Hey, my crush.
I couldn't help myself.
Orange lovers have a crush on us.
And so do grape and strawberry lovers.
Aren't your kids?
America's kids. No toothpaste is doing more to help them fight cavities than Crest.
Aren't your kids?
For over a generation, Crest toothpaste have helped prevent more kids' cavities than all other toothpaste combined.
Aren't your kids?
So when it comes to fighting cavities, aren't your kids worth Crest?
Aren't your kids the best?
Hey, Dad, ever get a checkup like this?
Aren't your kids worth Crest?
Fresh ground cinnamon. It makes a delicious difference in my cinnamon rolls. I'm Mrs. Olson. You know, the right ingredients are so important in good cooking. That's why Folgers is good cooking. It has that just right, delicious ingredient, mountain-grown coffee. The richest kind. Mmm. Delicious.
Okay, guys, back to talk. I don't know. Talk, so we're going to, so who said, I missed it, I got up and saw it, said Indiana Jones was a loser in the new movie. I think just because the guy's son is killed at war and he gets a divorce, that don't make somebody a loser. You know, that's just me. I mean, because I've been divorced. Son had died. But I think, you know, somebody has one bad year and a half, I think it was. I don't think I would call that a loser. Somebody has a bad time. Somebody's, you know, it's not like living on the streets or anything. But I'm just saying, me personally, I didn't see Indiana Jones as a loser. I think his old man had some issues. You know, he had to deal with a changing landscape. He's out of his time. Students didn't give a crap about what he was teaching. Sadly, that's how it is. And his wife and him had problems when their son died, which is understandable. So they had like a year, maybe a year, and I don't know, year, maybe 2 years, where it was some down times. It happens in life. Nobody wants to see a fake fairy tale. It's like real life. You know, so he's dealing with all that. He's dealing with retirement. And you got to see him not be that at the end. Started out like that, had a bad time, got back with his wife. That's what a movie is. Got to change in a movie. You got to have somebody, you start one way, you end the movie a different way. But I mean, I wish he would have done more. It did seem out of place. I like Indiana Jones in the 50s. I mean, in the 30s. It is out of place. It wasn't the best movie. It's better than Last Crusade. I mean, better than not Last Crusade. Better than Crystal Skull, I think. Goes on a little long. Not something I really care to watch over and over again, but I'm older. I'm curious how I would have felt about it as a kid. But there we go, right? That's just my take on it. If you went to the movie, I'm not judging you. If you went to the movie and saw it in a different way, you're like, that's not my Indiana Jones. You know, maybe. Again, we all interpret a movie differently, so I'm not saying how you took it was wrong. It's just, to me, I just said, hey, that's a guy that had a bad year. And now he's going to find a reason to live. He's going to find a reason, you know. Killing off Mutt was just unnecessary. No, really. I mean, a lot of people died in Vietnam. A lot of people went to war back then in that time period. Just a lot of people lost their kids during that time period. I wouldn't say it was unnecessary. Just how life is. I have no reason. I mean, it doesn't bother me that they touch on stuff like that. A lot of people lost their kids back then, so I can understand. And it made him. I don't want my Indiana Jones to be a superhero. That's my one problem with Star Wars. Everybody became superheroes. The prequels came out, and everybody, the Jedi's could do everything. I don't want my Indiana Jones to be a superhero. I want him to have a son that dies, maybe. I want him, maybe he has a divorce. Maybe things don't work out for him all the way. He doesn't make perfect life choices all through his whole life. Things happen. Uh-oh, Alice is going to a concert. Have fun. Hope your ears ain't ringing. Mine's still ringing from a little bit. I watch movies to see the bullshit I could see at a family reunion. It's always fun. A good old family reunion. Never played Indiana Jones Lego game. It was fun. Star Wars Lego game was better, I think. Indiana Jones was still fun. Man, me and my daughter, when that Star Wars Lego came out, man, we killed that game. We used to play that game all the time. And it was great because we would play it like we were Star Wars. I'm like, come on, Padawan, let's go this way. And then my son, when he got old enough to play Lego, he didn't want to play like that. He'd be off on that screen pulling me this way. I thought, we got to go this way. He'd be pulling me, not paying attention. It's like, come on, young Padawan. And he wouldn't listen. Boys. On the bus, watching the Junkman. On the bus. I like Rosie. You know, I'm going to say it. I put it up as a short clip. Didn't get any comments. I thought I'd at least get some people upset. You guys saw it. You guys probably enjoyed it. You know, you guys that come watch the live stream, you're a special kind of group. When I say y'all didn't watch something, I'm not talking about you guys on the live stream. Or, you know, sometimes I do complain about videos that tank, and I'm like, oh, nobody watch it. I'm more upset at myself for not making a good thumbnail, not making a reason for people to want to click on it. So I'm not saying watch my shit. And then I see, because I can see how many people saw the clip and didn't click on it. But anyway, we're not talking about that. Mexican Rosie O'Donnell. I edited that into a small, short, 3-minute short on YouTube. And I hate to laugh at my own jokes. And it was mostly, I think I was laughing at Russ's reaction, or just how stupid Mexican Rosie was. It cracked me up. It cracked me up. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I was like, nah, this is funny. But I thought about myself, okay, this is funny. It's going to take off. But nobody seemed to care. Or maybe, could be maybe. I mean, it did okay in the views for a short. Maybe YouTube's like, hey, this guy's making Mexican jokes. Let's tank this video. Let's suppress it some. Like I said, it didn't do bad. It didn't get much reaction. I wanted, you know, people, hey, that's funny and mad. That's 2 reactions I was able to get from it. What is Beastie Boys? It's boys that love the beast. Best Friends Club. Okay, let's join him. Junkman said I'm special. The Playing Warrior. He is special. He's here. Anybody watching this crap is special. Can I pet that dog? Did he come by the camera or something? He's laying out there in the hall. Almost caught up to your latest video. I'm thinking I'm only a week. Oh man. Well, I know I do a lot of videos. I get that. Which people are like, why you do so many? I can come home to work, I can sit down in front of the TV and watch Seinfeld for 200th time, or I can go make a video. I just have more fun making videos in my free time. I can't believe Russ was engaging in conversation with the puppet. That was funny. Yeah, I like that. He was keeping me on my toes. I like that. I need to put Mexican Rosie in more videos. What's the Holy Grail in your collection? That's hard. What did I go by? Value? My Holy Grail is probably, well, I was talking about earlier in the stream, that lunchbox that's got the few remaining action figures that are played with, that I played with as a kid. That's something I can't just rebuy. The TIE Bomber. Die-cast TIE Bomber is one of my, I was like, oh, that's cool. I got it, and you don't see it over here. It's the only thing that I have in my living room in a glass case. Only toy that's in my living room. There's no real piece that was like, this is the Holy Grail piece, other than stuff that was more connected to my childhood. And I had some people say, Junkman, show us your collection. I was like, that's my collection. I don't have a bunch of shit. I've had more shit. I've sold it through the years. I had a lot of 90s stuff, and I got some stuff in the closet, but I don't have like big glass cases and stuff. I would like to keep it. Less is more to me. I would like to have the whole line of the ships and play sets. I got some of the play sets put. I don't got nowhere to put it. But I'm like, okay, I got the Falcon. Brings back a lot. I play with that, not that one, but I played with the Falcon so much as a kid. Love the Falcon. Brings back a lot of memory. Yeah, die-cast TIE Bomber, keep it. The figures. Of course, I got the figures up there. I got a little electronic game. I really like that old. I like the Star Wars before Empire when it was still kind of niche and they were just making what they could. Got the General Lee up there, if you can see it. General brings back some. I like to have. I don't like to buy stuff just because it's Star Wars, or just because it's Kenner. I like to have a connection. Now, there's a few things. I got the Shuttle Tidarian over here. You can't see it. I didn't have it as a kid, but I love it, so I had to get that. Got a Boba Fett back here, 12-inch. Had that. I didn't have that as a kid. Wanted that one as a kid. Didn't have. I had Luke and Han. Hot Toy R2. Cool as shit. I had to get that. So yeah, I mean, I know I see a lot of other YouTubers. They got the big glass case and they got it, which is not shaming that. Trust me, if I had some glass cases, I would put them in there because I get tired of dusting this shit. But I do like just having stuff that kind of means more to me than just, hey, I got the complete set. Again, I do wish I had more of the ships. I do wish I maybe had more of the play sets. I do wish I had the original Indiana Jones stuff, especially ones I had as a kid. Oh, I had those Temple of Doom. There's only 3 figures. I got Indy over there. I bought him. They're so expensive. Map Room, I loved that as a kid. That'd be kind of cool to have. But again, people's like, let me see your collection. I was like, you're looking at my collection. It's back here. It's back here. Shuttle, the skiff is one of my I would love to have. That's a Target skiff back there, so I guess it's kind of have to do. Who you calling niche? I'm not niche. Oh, sorry, you look like niche to me. Young black teenager are the second best white rap group. I don't know who that is. Well, take your word for it. They had Kelly Bouncy. Okay. Play Holy Grail is a Vanessa Williams Kellogg's Cornflake commercial. Okay. I feel like Dusty is in use on the Junkman videos. That's because, let me tell you where she is. There she is right there. One thing, she's missing a hand. I don't know how that bothers me. But why she's really, probably, more than anybody else, misused. One, not happy with the voice. To me, she should sound more like, that girl, that hot tour girl, perfect. If she becomes cheap, that's who should do Dusty's voice. So it's just me doing it. But she wears a green shirt. And if I put her on a green screen, I can't put her on the green screen because she's got a green shirt. If you notice, a lot of times Larry's got the green screen, so he's got a different background. Any of them's got a different background. I only can use Dusty when it's right here in the video because of that green shirt. If you saw my road trip video, did about 2 years ago, that's the one when Chewbacca got picked up by aliens. She doesn't have a shirt on, her boobies are out because it was green screen, and I had to. She was with the other characters. Dusty is a ratings killer. Somebody does. I think she needs her OnlyFans. Maybe that's what I need. OnlyFans for Dusty. But that's the kind of behind the scenes of why you don't see Dusty as much. Dusty and Luke have something in common. They lost a hand. True. Dog ate her hand. Jump Around by House of Pain is the most famous rap song. You call that rap? House of Pain? Jump around, jump around, jump around. I guess so. So Dusty needs a new shirt. She does, Dusty. Yeah, she needs, or need another Dusty doll, one of the other ones that has a different shirt. I didn't realize that when I got it. Dusty. Dusty I got because me and Russ did a live stream looking at the Dusty doll and was having such fun laughing at it. I said, I gotta get this doll, man. Gotta make Dusty famous. How's Larry J. Wampa? He's good. Still running around asking who shot him. Told him that's old news. We moved on to the Epstein list now. Only gals. Only glands. Ugh. Oh, man. Dusty is a... My sister had the Princess Leia. There you go. That's a cool sister. If you could send one toy into the future, say 200 years from now, to confuse archaeologists, what would it be? Maybe that big alien. Remember that alien, right? That's weird. I got a point right there. Alien right there. Kenner alien? That'd be kind of full of big dead shit in there. Like, what the hell is this? Did you beat the game quicker with your daughter or son? I don't think we ever finished with my son. He pulling me off the screen and everything. Me and my daughter solved it, and then went through and trying to get it 100%. You know, find all the. We got to like 97%, and then my son erased it so he could save his new game on it. My daughter was so mad. Russ likes to go to antiquing on the weekends. He can pick you up one. I like going to some antique stores, man. I never find nothing good at them anymore. Never find nothing good at them. Never find hardly anything at antique stores. Dusty, if she had a brother, he would be Rusty. Oh, Rusty. Rusty Dusty. Cosmo, that was me. I hit the tail and Cosmo barking. That was me. Junkman, you need a gay Bob doll. That'd be kind of... I thought about getting Vanilla Ice doll for Dusty's as a boyfriend. Thought that'd be kind of cool. Walk away to go pee, and I hear Junkman mentioning Hawk Tua girl. Yeah, you missed that. She does got a good Dusty voice, and I like Hawk Tua girl. I'm gonna say this. She gets a lot of shit. I ain't saying she's great, or I saw her on a podcast, on Bill Maher podcast, and she was okay on there. But I hate she gets a lot of shit. Okay. She said something stupid, and she milked it for all it was worth and made as much money as she could. And I ain't gonna knock anybody for that. If I can come on here and say some stupid shit, and it'll go viral, and I can make fucking money off it, and I don't have to fucking go to, I can live off that, hey, more power to her. I don't get the hate. I know somebody, she doesn't deserve the fame and fortunes. I was like, well, maybe not. Life ain't fair. I like it. Yeah, let me see. Seems like a nice person. She gets a lot of hate. I don't understand the whole coin thing. I don't think she did either. But, I mean, she's not the type of person I'll sit around and watch a podcast about or anything. But I ain't going to knock somebody for, hey, viral video. Let me make what I can. Let me do what I can with this and make my life better. I ain't going to give nobody no shit for that. Unless maybe it's a retro blasting. Junkman, do you like the Highlander TV series? It was okay. Never sat down and watched. Never really watched it all. I got into it, but I would watch it here and there. They're besties. I'll let her hawk two on me. Whoa, that's some dirty talk. We don't talk dirty on this channel. Gangster Chewbacca. Who mentioned Gangster Chewbacca? Alex. Gangster Chewbacca, wherever you are. Whew. A lot of people are like, well, what happened to Gangster Chewbacca? Because you didn't watch the Road Series video. It tanked in views. There's like 8 parts to it. All tanked. One after the other, worse than the other. People are like, oh, wow, this is stupid. When's he going to stop doing these road videos? But again, I'm not talking about you guys. You guys, y'all watch everything. We've lost about 20 people, though. So, what toy you remember absolutely destroying through those? What toy you remember absolutely destroying through playing with? I don't think well, we used to put firecrackers in some of the Star Wars shit, but I don't remember actually put the burn marks on them. I don't remember actually destroying any of them. I was always kind of worried. Now I was thinking about this earlier. I did like to tie He-Man or one of the He-Man figures to the back of my bike and ride up and down the street. That was always fun. Have you seen Superman? I've not seen the new Superman. Here's some good things about it. I might have to check it out. Huh, that's not what she said. Row series videos with X. Well, thank you, B-Gab. Glad somebody liked them. The only thing bad about them tanking was everything was a bitch to me. Now that you mention it, got me a text. Who's texting me? I'm at the bar downtown. They're having a monster promotion. Monster makeup. I didn't know there was a piano bar. That sounds like a boring place. Let's go get a beer and stand by the piano. Though they say now you pronounce them either way, correct or wrong in America. True that. What? I read that one already. Niche. Okay. Let's see what else we can get into real quick here. Let's, there was something I was going to look. Oh, that was all too long. Hold on just a second, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. When I try to find something real quick here, something for us to watch. Ugh. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll go this way. Let's find some. How about some mall footage? Let's see if we can find some mall footage here. 48 minutes. I ain't watching now. The mall. Let's see, didn't y'all love the mall? Didn't you love the mall as a kid? Oh, the escalator. So fun. Go up and go right back down it. Go up and go right back down it. That was scary. Look at that big ass carrot. Oh, okay. What we got here? Let's look at that. That Foot Locker. They always dress like a referee. Look at those. I never liked those shoes. My wife used to buy them shoes with the big end on it. I said, I ain't walking around with a big N word on my shoe. I don't know why they put a big N on them shoes. I hate that. I like this music. I better mute it. That might get me demonetized. Hot Foot. I'm going to the mall, Mom. Mom, take me to the mall. Buy me. I can get some shoes at Hot Foot. That was like a Quentin Tarantino store. Hot Foot. What else we got? I like seeing the store. We got, what's that, Hallmark? I don't recognize none of them. What? That was it? I was just getting into it. God, remember these credit card machines? That's old school. Look at that. That is old school. There's a mall. It's got a Kmart in it. Look at that. Fancy. That's horrible. I can't even sit through that. 90s. I don't see no mall in the 90s. Blue escalators. No, I miss going to the mall though, man. Here's the mall in 1983. I want to see a toy. I want to see people with arms and hands. I want to see something I can recognize. Where are they at? Sears? My son gets mad because I call it Sears and Robux. He don't even know. I just like bothering him now. Every time he shows me something, if he gets something, I say, where you get that at? Sears and Robux? I'm a jerk. This ain't no good. Gonna lose all. I'd rather reminisce about the good old days. That's Petrus Farms. I used to love the smell of that cheese place. There's the arcade. What are they playing? There's some pinball. Oh, that's the. Oh my God. That's the. Remember, it's like a baseball, and they remember that. I can't explain it good. Man, remember that. That's funny. Look at them cool. Look at them cool kids. Look at them. Man, you see that cracker? That's what you call a cracker. Look at that hat. Funland. That's what I'm talking. Funland. We had some fucking fun, man. And I had Aladdin's Castle. Look at that foosball. Oh, me and Russ used to like to play that air hockey. Yeah, we got crazy about that. That lady buying some old retro clothes. Okay, go on. I want to see. I want to go to the toy store. That guy was dressed like somebody from Endor. That mall is crass. How the mall used to be. Crowd, you go in there deserted today. That's how it used to be. Why don't you get my stuff on Amazon now? It's not about where you get your stuff, man. It's community, man. You run into people from school. You see Mr. Lott work. Mr. Lott worked at J.C. Penney's. He was my music teacher. You go in there in the summer, he was selling shorts. Uh-oh. Baby got back. Heck yeah, I see what that cameraman's for. Okay. Hey, I'm going to the toy store. What she got? Some 8-tracks? It is what they call B-roll. B-roll, baby. Damn, she got a Dolly Parton wig. Yeah, that's another video. Remember that video I did about Dolly Parton wigs? Man. That one did terrible. That one did terrible. I can understand why. Sometimes I know they do terrible before I even put them up there. Okay, get on out of here. Why are they always in the girls' store? Look at them. Look at them. Look like they dress in the 70s. You know they dead. You know every one of them dead now. Look at them damn pants. Here we go. Music Minor. That's must be what they. Oh, that's like a fancy music store. Hallmark shop. Somebody's going to Hallmark. Somebody's giving you an overpriced Christmas ornament. They're bringing the whole family in there. That's a dead mall. Ain't nobody hanging out at the music. Oh, what's that? Beverly Pearl. Beverly Pearl. Don't know that one. That's stupid sounding. Okay, come on, Beverly. Pillman's. I don't know Pillman's. I'm going to Pillman's to get some boots. Look at that little boy. That little boy's like, I'm gonna buy a purse. Little mom come in there and say, what are you looking at these purses for? You a man. Here goes the manager's like, you got this pumping a size 12? I don't know. Let me go see. Get back to Foot Locker. Why are you wearing the Foot Locker clothes? That man gonna try them on? Wait, that's a lady? I'm so confused. Is that Al Bundy? God, you can you imagine the day and them putting the shoes on for you and everything? That is not happening. That is not happening.
No. The only pair I have left is that one, and that's a size 8.
Size 8, Bigfoot motherfucker. Well, see, we're going to get a handgun. Uh-oh. That guy's taking out a loan, going to buy a diamond ring for his wife.
Okay, now this...
Still paying on it, probably. I saw a cyborg back there in the back. Look at them tube socks. That's too dark, guys. Computer pictures all month. Wait a minute, what? Computer pictures? What, they sell pictures of computers? You can't afford a computer? Well, you can afford this picture of one all month on sale. Computer pictures all month. I'm so confused about that one. I am so confused about that one. I was just shopping in a grocery store. Right up, so. This is the year I was born. Now, as far as being born, this guy's shopping for meat. There ain't any old Kmart footage? I bet not. I want to see old Kmart. Kmart. I bet not. I bet not. Let's see. I think I'll watch this with Russ. Man, that is an old school K. That's an old school Kmart I've ever seen one right there, man. That is old school. Is that all gonna be? 90s. Me and my daughter and son love to go to Kmart. The last one we had. It's 90s. I don't want to see 90s. We'll see the 80s. Oh God, 1999. Oh, might see some Star Wars. Look at her. What's she buying? Oh, it's always in the girl sections and shit. Go to the toy section. Uh-oh, get you some popcorn. Where you get popcorn and icy? 2000s. At least he's by the toy section. Might see some toys. Look at that little millennial kid. Look at that little millennial kid. I don't know. Y'all know. I don't have no nostalgia for all that stuff. I want to see your ugly hand. Get out of here. Remember those where you had to stick your hand through to get the cassette tape? Remember that? Somebody let me know. I can hear it.
With the shopping convenience you want, imagine shopping for the lowest prices at 5 or 6 stores and only making one stop.
Somebody try to add. Somebody try to be funny, add some stuff to that one. 97. Why they all McDonald's? Look at them. They used to dress so stupid. I see the manager about that guy a tie on. He knows the manager guy. I ain't never seen everybody so happy. Look how clean it look. Everybody's using cash. See, it got more convenient, but we lost the finer things in life. It ain't clean no more. Okay, we'll get back to the chat. Hey, that's my video. Look at that, that's me. That's me, man. That's me, man. Okay, let's go back over here. Okay. Kmart. Let's talk Kmart. Oh, fuck. Hold on. God dang, this seat is sticky. Let's talk Kmart for a second. Now I used to go to Zayre's, but Kmart, when I hung out with my grandma on the weekends, that's where we go. I don't remember going to Kmart at all with my parents. I don't remember going to Kmart at all with my parents. My grandma, Kmart. I don't know. I guess my mom and dad didn't care about Kmart. I remember going to Zayre's. They made me sit. They used to take. Let me see if this is. Y'all let me know. Maybe my parents. They swear they didn't do this. They swear to God that they didn't do this. They used to go to the grocery store, Kroger. They would always, let's go Krogering. They would go to Kroger and leave us in the car. I don't even know the car was running. Had a station wagon. Leave us in there. Me, my brother, and I said, we stood in there, it felt like for hours. Probably wasn't. Probably 30 minutes. But I can remember sitting in that car waiting for them to come back out with their groceries and everything. And they swear, we wouldn't have left you in the car. That ain't right. We ain't gonna lock you. We ain't gonna leave you in the car. But they did. Did y'all parents leave you in the car? Let me know. Let me know. And I can remember going to Zayre's when I burnt my hand. I burnt my hand like I was Toot from Raiders Lost Ark. Now, how did I burn my hand? Because Reggie Lavender bought a go-kart. He came around the neighborhood showing everybody, look at me, I got a go-kart. He was older, my sister's age, my brother's age. And he got a go-kart. But something wrong with his go-kart. You had to push it to get it started. He crank it up, pull the little thing, but it wouldn't go till you pushed it. So all of us had to grab somewhere on the back and push it. And I guess it's called the muffler, the exhaust part. I put one hand on it and the other hand here, and pushed. And the time I pushed in, it burnt the fuck out of my hand. I thought I was gonna leave a mark, like, you know, like a Nazi symbol. It burnt the shit out of my hand. Wrapped it up. I remember we went to Zares that day. I don't remember why. I remember sitting in that station wagon or whatever we had at the time. I think my brother was in there with me. Mom was inside Zares. And I remember an old man knocking on the window. And I was like, what does old man want knocking on the window? Don't be knocking on my window. I ain't got the key in the car. I can't roll the window. Couldn't roll it down with a little button. But I remember he kept pointing at my hand like this. I think he was trying to ask me what happened to my hand. And I was like, me speak no English. Me speak no English. Try to get rid of him. I don't know what happened to him. But did anybody else sit in the car when your parents went shopping? Not to the mall or nothing, but grocery store. And you remember going to the grocery store? We call them a buggy. I think y'all call them a cart. We call it a buggy. Now, I know a lot of people sit in the front of the buggy with your feet hang down. I love sitting on the bottom of the buggy, the cart, the shopping cart, getting under the bottom. I always have a little thing at the top that says, don't put your kids at the bottom. That's the place for the dog food. I love sitting down there. You sit down there, you have your legs straight out. Oh, you can put your hands, see what you're getting up there. See, oh, I see some Snicker bars. Oh, I love that. I love that, man. Oh, I wonder if they let me do that today. I wonder if Russ would go to Walmart, Russ let me get under the buggy. That was fun, man. Where'd y'all sit? Y'all get in the cart? Where'd y'all sit in the cart? I can't remember. My brother would get in the bottom. I get inside of it. But Kmart was the place to go. My grandma, that blue light special. We at Kmart, that blue light came on, my grandma was gone. But we never really, my grandma would go shopping. She'd go look at her stupid stuff. Me and my brother go to the toy section. Or me, I was by myself. We go to the toy section. Straight there. I can still see in my mind the layout of that store, where the action figures were and everything. I can remember down there, you can walk down it like this, they were over here, 4-foot section of Star Wars. Get it, go back, but you get me this, and you try, please. Yeah, and you got a new Star Wars figure to add to your collection. Can't wait to get home, put it in your collection, man. Yeah, Kmart was the shit, man. Kmart is where people went. Like I said, Zares was okay, but nothing. I can remember where the figures were in Zares, where I first saw Star Wars figures. We have a store called Roses. I don't know how many of you know Roses. It's still there today. Same location, too of them. Still in the same spot. And although it's crappy to go into, I can go in there and be like, this is where I used to go as a kid. It's close to the house. Know where the toy section still in the same place. A little different. But they have the toys. But it's kind of cool. I got a lot of Star Wars figures. Yeah, that's where I think I got majority of mine. We didn't have a Toys R Us until probably the late 80s. Maybe 86, somewhere around there. So I never had memories of being a kid and going to Toys R Us. I was a little bit older. Did get a job at Toys R Us. Worked there. My boss was August Sakarakis. August Sakarakis. Didn't last long. I don't know why they got rid of me. One time I got wrote up. They said I was talking too much to the customers. You're supposed to. Talking too much to the customers. That's because I'll be on the action figure aisle. I'm telling somebody about Iceman. My cash register was always off. It was always low, high, or under. And I told them, don't put me on the cash register. I ain't going to do it. Don't put me on the cash register. Well, they did. They didn't. They should have listened. Oh, man. Me too, Junkman. That and a garage sale at thrift stores. Man, I remember going to yard sales in the early 90s. You get some old Star Wars stuff then. We had TGNY. That's where I bought my leather jacket. His other Ames. They both were the same place. Morrow, Georgia had the very first Georgia Toys R Us opened in 1983. That would have been cool. I don't think I even knew about it. I think I saw commercials. Man, that sounds awesome. I mean, we did have Lionel's Play World, which later became KB Toys. We had Play World at the mall. Upstairs and downstairs theaters. Ooh. upstairs. Man, remember the theater? When you go to the theater, it'd be almost flat. It might have a little recline, but it wasn't like stadium seating. It was more like just in a recline. And somebody sitting in front of you with a big head or a hat, and you was fucked, man. You were fucked. You ain't seeing that. Oh, did the same with me too. I still have my Iceman. I still got mine. I was the go-to. I was the drug dealer Iceman. I used to hide them. You wouldn't get no Iceman toys with us. I had them all in a box. I'll sell them to you, but I didn't want no kid coming in buying Iceman. You had to be a collector coming out. Had another hookup. Which ain't saying was right. Food Line. We got Food Line. You go to yard sales now, it looks like they're trying to help me make their mortgage payment. They probably are. I'll never find nothing good anymore. Now, my friend, my buddy, let's see if he answers the phone. Let's call Coach. Let's see. He's probably not going to answer this late. Let's call Coach and see. He probably ain't going to answer. Coach from Echo Base. He ain't gonna answer. He's probably out making them, selling some toys.
Please leave your message for
Eddie Groves. Don't even got a damn thing. Coach! We're live on a live stream. We were calling you to ask you, how in the hell do you find all those deals? All those old toys and stuff. Oh well, you're probably making sweet love to your wife. Oh well, it was fun. There we go. Well, he always finding some deals, man. Oh, I ran into this guy on Facebook Market. He has a complete collection of Star Wars figures. Everyone made on card and off card. Oh, he already wants about $200 for it. Oh, okay, I bought it, and then next we find another deal. I go to Market Facebook, I find shit. Can't find shit anywhere. Every time I find anybody with Star Wars, they see Star Wars on it, they jack up the price on it. The 80s Spin-A-Lot. I remember a store that had wind-up toys. I mean, I think I talked about it in a video. It was like a little TV, a poodle sharpener in it. You could have a little. It was cool. I liked it. I didn't explain it really good, but I liked it. Thought it was awesome. We didn't go to the flea market. Now that we had a farmer's market, we used to get some toys there every once in a while. Nothing really good. Oh, sugar cane. You get a big old sugar cane, chew on that thing, chew on that big old stick all day. That was fun. Gym. Who goes to the gym? Who got time for this? Who got time to go to the gym? What time is it? Well, that will go a little bit longer. What's a cleaning tip you have to keep your collection? I don't really clean. I mean, I just throw them in, what I do is throw them in water. I get dusty over here. Did you ever watch Dave's Archives on YouTube? I don't know who Dave's Archive is, so no, I don't think I ever watched that. Dave's Archives. Dave's Archives. No, never seen that. Let's see what kind of stuff he's got. What does he do? Old stuff? Oh yeah, he got a bunch of old stuff. I like a bunch of video clips and stuff. Might have to check it out. I think I might have seen them and didn't realize it was his. Get back over to the chat so I can see what's going on here. Not many flea markets here in Texas. Gotta be a lot of flea markets in Texas. Come on. Who said there ain't many? I don't know. I never went to look at flea markets. I just can't imagine. It just seems like the perfect place for a flea market. I was a star boy at Rose's. Oh man, making the big bucks when you're a kid. Hilarious. It'll be Coca-Cola Gate in '85 all over again. Oh my God! Remember those penguin figures that climbed the? Oh yeah, that went up the 70. Yeah, KB. They're all there in front of KB. I remember I had this racetrack too that had these little plastic motorcycles on it. There's like a yellow one, a red one, a green one, a blue one. And you fire the button and they would go off the track. I remember that. That thing was awesome. If a modern toy company bought back a retro toy line with updates, which one would you want? I can't really think of updates. I wouldn't want to be updated. That's the thing. I'd rather just. But I think they brought back all the big ones that already came back. You know, I can't really think of nothing that was like, oh, that needs to come back. Maybe some toy car lines, the Stomper cars. That'd be kind of cool. Coke 2. Ugh. I bought all those Lego figures at the flea market. Nice. Crystal Pepsi. Was it me, or were those aisles very tight back in the day at KB? Not KB's wasn't tight. I don't think. Now that I can remember. RC Cola. RC Cola in a moon pan. Oh man, let's see here. What show and tell? Y'all ever have show and tell at school? What did y'all take to school for show and tell day? I'm trying to remember. I know I took something. I had a portable TV that was my mom to look at school. Got stolen out of my bag. I never told her what happened to it. She was like, "What happened to my portable TV?" I don't know. I don't know about that. I remember we had show and tell days, but I can't really remember bringing much. What about you guys? Y'all have a show and tell day? Can't remember. We used to have remember them weird day? We had a signed T-shirt day. I always like, man, why didn't I save those shirts, man? Signed T-shirt. You wear a white T-shirt like you were James Grisham. Nobody knows who James Grisham is. Nobody don't get that joke. But you wear a white T-shirt, and everybody in class or everybody in the school would sign it. Yeah. Amy, it was here. Remember that? And it was pajama day. Showed up naked, got in trouble. Pajama day. I don't know what I wore for pajama. I remember the girls doing pajama day, and I guess we did it too. But I can't remember what I wore on pajama day. Man, I wasn't somebody that had foot pajamas or anything. Dress like the 50s day. We used to do that too. Dress like the 50s. That was always a thing. Dress like the 50s day. Which now I guess what they do. Dress like the 2000s. Dress like 2005. Like what I dress, the same old shit. What are the days? Let me know, guys. What are the days that they have? I know the T-shirt day I love. T-shirt was the day I was like, I'm wearing my T-shirt. I know we did a 50s day, but I think I just wore blue jeans and a white shirt, rolled a pack of cards up in my sleeve. Pajama day. I know we have pajama day, but I don't remember wearing nothing. Oh, no, I didn't. I mean, I wore something, I'm sure. I probably just put on some. I don't remember ever having pajamas. Sure, I guess I did. Hey, I'll see people now going to Walmart in their pajamas. We talked about last time skate, where they lock you in, skate all night. That was always fun. All night. I didn't do many. My sisters did all night skate. I did a couple of them. I bet they don't do that anymore. Lock you in there all night long. Now, I would go to the skating. I went back as a teen. Oh my God. Mark Roller. I was probably 17. This is why I told you the story about I got kicked out of the skating rink. Because I had my Def Leppard jeans on. I think I talked about it with Russ. Man, we just go to the skating rink and Mark Roller. Hated that guy. He got a job being the referee. You know, he was in charge of throwing the big dice and everything. He was a jerk. He thought he was so cool because he was a damn referee. He bring that shit to school. He tell you at school too. You better watch it. See you at the skating rink Saturday. Hey, you alright? I say you get off the rink. You gotta get off the rink. I got final say. It don't matter. If I don't like you, I'm not letting you skate. He let it go to his head, man. He let it go to his head. I remember Chris Rock, him got in a fight over it. Chris Rock. Chris, this guy was the Vanilla Ice of the high school. He liked Vanilla Ice. He cut school, went to Atlanta about an hour and a half away to see Cool as Ice. But I can remember him and Mark got into it at the school because Mark was like, "You're not coming out to the skating rink Saturday. I'm on duty. You're not coming out there." I don't know why they was fighting, but they got into a fight at school. Then you love a fight at school. Everybody run and watch. Now they probably want to call the cops and shit. I remember getting in a fight. Wasn't much of a fight. I hit that. He was an asshole. He's always fucking with me. I remember he turned to walk off, and I just shoved him like that. And then some other guys, they knew a fight was about to break out, so they kind of held me, trying to maintain a fight. And while they were holding me back, that guy, we called him Peanut. He looked like a Planter's Peanut. Peanut turned around and kicked me. And I can still in my mind. He kicked me, and I think I kind of went down or something. And I can remember somebody said in the crowd, I don't know who it was, damn, Peanut just kicked him with his Sunday shoe. And I can remember sitting in the office, go to the office. It's still making me laugh. It made me laugh today. Because he probably did. He used to wear them. He used slippers, some Sunday shoes. And I don't know who said it. And it just, I don't know. It just always struck. I was like, damn. At the time, I wasn't feeling like laughing. But man. I remember one time I got in a fight with Bo Bentley. Bo Bentley, now this kid, he's 80s written all over him. He was in like the 6th grade. He fell like 3 grades. He was old in 6th grade. He's a joke, but like, he got his own parking spot. I don't know why we got in a fight. We walked home. It was like, we're gonna fight after school. I don't even know why we were fighting after school. And I wasn't into it. I wasn't a fighter. And I kept just trying to make jokes and be funny. He kept hitting. I was like, "Oh, stop. Whoa, man, this hurt, man. Did your mama hit you like this?" And I was trying to make jokes and stuff. So I was, "Oh, Junk kid got his ass kicked." And I thought, how did he even try? I don't want to fight. Especially I ain't fight somebody I don't even know why. But then it's probably because I said he had his own parking space at school, maybe. Well, I can't remember getting in many fights at school. Other than getting kicked and me and Bo Bentley walking home. I'll never forget Bo Bentley's dad told me it's all pink on the inside. Because me and Leonard, my black friend Leonard, we walk over to Bo Bentley's house. Because he had a sister named Bobby. And I can remember there was this black girl that liked me. And Bo Bentley's dad was like, "Don't that girl the road like you?" And I was like, "Is that black girl?" And I don't know why, I don't know what I said, but he said, "Hey." And we were about 13 at the time. He was like, "Hey, it's all pink on the inside." And that stuck in my head. And I still remember that. I was like, yeah. Hey. But he don't know I was trying to get with his daughter. Bobby. She looked like Punky Brewster. Bobby. Didn't like him. Bo. How do you have one kid named Bo and a girl named Bobby? I forgot about Bobby. Yeah, she looked like a little Punky Brewster. A little older. Thought she was cool like Punky Brewster. And I can remember I like Leonard, let's go to Bo's house. So I didn't think you liked Bo, man. Didn't he kick your ass one time? I was like, let's go up to Bo's house. Let's see Bobby. I'll never forget Bobby was. Let's see what. She had different strokes or something. And I can remember the kitchen when her dad told me that. I remember where I was. That's crazy. It's all pink on the inside. He was talking about strawberry milkshakes. I guess so. No. This guy's gonna have deja vu. Moon Fry. We had a guy named Moon Pie. He was a black guy, light-skinned guy. We used to call him Moon Pie. Every time I see him, I say, "Moon Pie!" I think I was the only one that called him that. Moon Pie. I don't know why I called him that. He was. Is it still say? Cause me and my other friend, black guy, Kyle, we used to call light-skinned girls one red bone. Is that racist? Can you say red bone? And honey dip. Oh, she's honey dip. I can remember that. Dang, I forgot all about Bo. Bobby. 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 I forgot about Bobby. I don't know if I could date a girl named Bobby, though. I wonder if that was her real name. Bobby. Junkman, where can I find It's All Pink on the Inside t-shirt? I need to get that one. It's true. It's all pink on the inside. They all look the same in the dark. There you go. Enjoy the Villain Nice movie, but don't tell anyone, please. You enjoyed it. Maybe you enjoyed it in an ironic kind of, this is horrible. Moon Fry. The Mark Roller I know played football. Mark Roller, he wasn't even cool. He just thought he was cool because he worked. He wasn't like the jock at school that thought he was cool. He just thought he got a little bit of power getting that job at the skating place and was going to wield it over everybody. I think some girl beat his ass in the parking lot. I don't think it had nothing to do with that. I think last time I heard about it, Mark Roller, he got beat up in the parking lot by a girl. You always love hanging around your family then because they told the funniest and dirtiest jokes. They would do it. They would do it. Oh, let's see here. It's good to reminisce about the old days, man. The 80s. Back when we had fun. Back when we didn't spend our Saturday night on a computer. What I'm doing now. But kids today sitting around a computer. No. I would be at what time is it? 11:30. Guess I wouldn't be out. If I was, we sneak out. I can remember me, Nikki, Boyd, all camped out in his backyard, tent in his backyard, and it was good because Nikki's parents were both dead, so you could sneak out pretty easy. But I remember Boyd's dad would come down and check on us every night. He checked on us twice we were there. But I can remember being in that tent. We make fake tattoos with white out. We have white out. Look at that white skin. I need a tent. I remember putting both Cephas on my arm. Right there. Yeah, I remember that. And I remember Boyd's dad came and checked on us. I was like, he checked on us. We can go now. Boyd's like, no, my daddy said I got to stay inside the tent. I was like, no, your daddy said be in the tent when he comes to check on you. He came and checked on us. We used to, wasn't it fun? Oh, my God. I don't know. It was such a magical time as a kid. We used to walk the streets of the neighborhood like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. It was just always so deathly quiet, you know? Like there wasn't a car. You didn't hear a car in sight, you know? And we could walk that whole neighborhood. It was just like you were on a whole different world. You knew the neighborhood because you played in it. You walked around all them houses. You walked around. But something about night, being out there with your friends, no parents around. I mean, we weren't doing bad shit. We weren't breaking in houses or nothing. We were just walking around fucking bullshitting and talking. But it just felt, you know, somebody, y'all in the chat, just let me know. It just felt like you were in a different place. You know, it just felt different. I guess because everything was dark. You know, a lot of street lights, so you could see. But it just seemed always so. That waking up when you camped out with your friends, that wake up in that. Oh, you never slept good in those tents, man. I don't know if y'all had those tents. We never really camped out much. We did in the backyard. Oh man, I forgot about that with Nikki in that tent. Boyd went to sleep when he got back. Me and Nikki was up a while. But yeah, first taste of freedom. There you go. That was like real. I mean, you had you playing around, but that was like no parents are asleep. They don't know what the fuck you are, and you just walked around. Oh, with Children's Sesame. I said we didn't break into anything, and we didn't, but we did climb the gate at Children's Sesame, which is a daycare center. Climbed up on top of it, got the fire ladder, went on top of the. Oh, that was awesome, man. Climbed up there. I like that. We ate at the mall food. What you ate at the mall food court? What was there back in the old days? I knew we had a McDonald's, but I can't remember what was in our food court. We had a train restaurant. All the mills we pedaled. Oh, yeah, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I had that speedometer for my bike. It also had the miles on it. I always thought it'd be cool if you did a kid shoe and you put something right there, like it track your miles when you walk. Now you probably got a phone and do all that. But that'd be cool as a kid. See how many damn fucking miles I put on my shoe. We're going to the beach late night. That would have been cool, man. That would have been cool if I lived in a beach town. That would have been cool. Hanging out at the beach at night. I mean, it's always cool when we're on vacation. Especially when I got late teens. I'm going on vacation with my parents and they let me bring my girlfriend and we walk around the beach and stuff. Came across an abandoned house. Always fun. We've always liked those houses. Wasn't abandoned, but they were being built. And it was like a wood frame. That was always fun to go in. Seen my brother almost broke his tailbone trying to do a bicycle kick. Man, that wasn't fun. I remember going to the public pool, jumping on the high diving board after hours, fully clothed mid-air. Man, that's crazy. You don't even see diving boards anymore. We had a local pool. Man. They all had that diving board, not like a high one or anything. Had a slide too. Never was. I was thinking that I don't think I'll ever get in the. I might get in a pool again, but I don't think I'll ever get in the ocean again. That'd be cool. I don't mind going. I just don't. Kids are grown now. I don't see myself going to the ocean anytime soon. Class of 94 showed me 93, but Tim took care of the. Class of 84 showed me 93, but Tim took care of that in 4th grade. Okay. I see what you're saying there, dude. Oh, man. So embarrassing. But, it's always so fun to walk. We used to leave the house, and we walked to the store called Papa John's. No, it wasn't the pizza place. Papa John's gas station. Still there today. Called something else now. Went in there not too long ago because I hadn't been in there in years. It was so small. They had a machine, Coke machine, like it'd been there since then. I go in that Papa John's, get a candy bar, get a Yoo-Hoo or something. They always, later I'll go there to the magazine section and get Game Monthly. Remember that? Or a Nintendo magazine. Man. But we go over there and then we walk across the street. Shows to go across the street. Shopping center. God. Now people always talk about renting movies, about Blockbuster. Oh, the Blockbuster. No, Blockbuster was okay. It was the Walmart of video stores. The shit was the local store where they knew you when you came in there. Once you started coming in there, like father, like son, we'll hold that for you. I just remember going into the video store and you would just walk around, look at boxes. I would just rent a movie, don't know what it is, rent a box. Now, see, there's no good way on Netflix just to find something. Even if there's something you want to see, you can't find it. But I used to walk up and down the aisle, especially the horror movie section. There was always horror movie sections I never even heard of. And I would try to find some TNA in it. But you walk up and down there. And I talked about this one kid before. He would always want to rent a horror movie and he'd get upset because Jason or Michael or all them, he would never rape. He would never rape. And he'd get mad about it. He's like, I don't understand these killers in this movie. Why? He's going to kill them anyway. I'd like to see what happened to that kid now. That kid's probably in jail. He's crazy. But man, the video store. It was so fun, man. You couldn't believe it. I mean, think about it before videotapes. If you saw a movie at the theater, chances are you was going to never see that movie again. Imagine in the 50s and the 60s. Yeah, there might be a reissue, brought back out. But for the most part, probably most of the movies you never saw again. Might catch them on cable TV. Then you got HBO. You're kind of like, okay, now I can see some movies again. But there was nothing like a videotape where you could rent almost anything. Crazy. All the memory berries. Oh, we always talk about the memory berries here, don't we? Oh, I got mine at Handy Mart. Sometimes the kid will walk in town to the McCory store and get candy. McCory's. We had McCory's at the mall. I used to steal Terminator cards in there. Terminator trading cards in the early 90s. Had a comic book store inside. It was a comic book store inside the McCory's, but it wasn't a comic book store. I mean, it wasn't part of McCory's. It's like somebody just leased that spot out. It was weird. Oh man, that was fun. Oh, guys, okay, guys. Oh, let's see here. A lot changed between 90 and 90. That's true. 90s was the last. That was 90s, maybe 2000s, but time sure has changed. 90s was the last great decade, right? Am I just saying it because I'm Gen X? But it just seems like, look, they're remaking the movies and the TV shows, the music, and everything goes back to the 80s and 90s, maybe the 70s. It was a great time. The nudie bar, where the Hooters are fake, but boy, they shake. Might have to go there. That sounds like a good place to hang out on a weekend right there. I like VHS. Yeah, VHS movies. We didn't care watching on a little crappy TV. It didn't matter. Who's not HD? Who cares? Antennas and getting yelled at when it stopped. Total miss video stores. Yeah, you just find such even late night at TV, you would find stuff. You don't really find stuff on streaming just randomly. That's why I fell in love with a movie called Talk Radio. Oliver Stone. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was just flipping through TV trying to find something. And I landed on Talk Radio. And I was like, what the? This first time I think I got into an adult movie. When I adult movie, I don't mean like a porn movie. You know, that was more aimed for grown-ups to watch. You know, back then, before this, Back to the Future, Star Wars, Raiders and stuff. But this was just, you know, a movie by a guy, Talk Radio guy. If you've never seen Talk Radio by Oliver Stone, it's a great movie. I don't know why when people talk Oliver Stone movie, they usually don't mention it. It's a really good movie. But yeah, it blew my mind. Like, then I could never even hardly ever find it again. But that's what I like about TV. You could just find something. The 90s had hangovers from the 80s. 95, 90 was full of swing, muted colors and all. And that's true. The 90s was the independent movies were that's what I was into in the 90s. Man, the independent boom was awesome in the 90s. I didn't really get into a lot of the main. I mean, I like Jurassic Park and, you know, mainstream stuff, but man, Swingers, Clerks, Chasing Amy's, that's one of my top 5. And a lot of people, I think it was more 2000. Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn did a movie called Made. And nobody talks about that movie. Me and my son watch it about 2 times a year. Made. Check it out. If you like Swingers, you'll like Made. I don't know why that one gets no love. But man, anytime an independent, I wanted to see almost any independent movie that came out. Run Lola Run. I went to see that just because I didn't know what it was. They were like, it's a foreign film. I was like, I'm going to go see. I was at the theater trying to find something. I was like, I'm going to see that. And it was awesome. Train Spotting. Me and Russell had to ride up to Atlanta to see these independent movies. It was awesome. Black and White Pattern. Yeah, the end of TV. Victor. What did Vic say? I know that movie. It was old at TNT Network. TNT. Tits and titties. Tits and titties. Okay, guys. I feel like I've talked too much. Hey, believe it or not, I have fun talking to you guys, but after about 2-hour mark, it gets to you. You can just feel it in your throat. Talking nonstop for 2 hours. So we're going to get out of here. I enjoy doing these. I like doing them with Russ. A lot of fun. If you haven't checked it out with me and Russ, always a lot of fun. But I like doing these just kind of remembering shit. We don't really have much to do here. We just kind of hang out and talk, which is cool. And I'm going to start doing them members only, probably Sunday afternoons. Test that out. It'd be a lot smaller group, of course. So I thought it'd be kind of fun. Maybe, with a smaller chat. Although we only got 60 people here, like we playing, but that might be fun. So if you want to become a member, support the channel, Patreon or YouTube, both get the same thing. And I don't do them tier lists. Oh, $5 you get this, $10 you get that. You just whatever you can, do whatever you can, and I'll throw up things. Not like I do something weekly, but I'm gonna try to start doing more. I just throw stuff up, outtakes and stuff here and there. Don't worry about that, man. It's your channel. Remember that. That is true. It is my channel. I appreciate that. Gen X dude. Deep throat. Good night. Great games, good times. Good times. Okay, but we'll get out of here, guys. Again, I want to thank you for hanging out with me. It's always great talking to you guys. And, hell, might be a video tomorrow. Who knows? We'll talk again. Oh, I love the tractor pool. Members only will be for everybody. Later, guys.